Okie dokie. Hello everybody. We are here back again with react to the climax of the story and double cross with where we left off. As a recap for those people who have been here for the last stream or doesn't know what's going on, we follow these two people into, I guess, an old era because time travel is fun. Anyways, these two investigators right here, I know they have models, I swear. Anyways, these two, Marcus and the other, like the mentor, but anyways, go into this era to see if anything is going wrong or any clues are going to for the finding what the Manus are doing, because Manus is bad. Manus Vindictae bad. The Foundation good. All right, cool. All right. And it turns out Isolde, which is this one right here, I guess accepted the Manus Vindictae's offer to, I guess, make all Arcanus free. I don't know. Something about freedom. I don't know. Anyways, this one right here is confused because she did. I guess she interpreted the wrong thing because obviously, Manus Vindictae bad, Foundation good. Anyways, and now the storm is coming. All you need to know about the storm is that it's bad and weird stuff happens, okay? That's all you need to know about that. Anyways. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the recap I could give for now. I mean, without, properly going back up afterwards. Yeah. Anyways, let's continue. Double cross. Doctor? Also, yes, I will be reading. If you haven't, been caught up with these type of games where there is gonna be parts where I will read, like the not spoken parts, because, reading is fun. And, I did it with Zenless Zero, I will do it with 29. It was easier to do it in Zenless Zero to read. It wasn't more complicated words, but this game has definitely complicated words. So English is not my specialty. In that type of field of reading, but it's I guess. Anyways, yeah. So you unlock if we clear this, we unlock the small room. Sick. I don't know what that means, but. Yeah, anyways, yeah, Ross, Doctor. Double Cross, Part 21. The set from backstage strikes her as odd. Something neglected within her strings to life, pulsing in her chest consistently, pulsing, pulsing, pulsing.
Madam Hoffman?
Bro, she's gonna go Super Saiyan, I swear. Marcus stands stunned, watching her role model sink back into the background.
Fortunately, the Guiding One has heard our cries and promised us salvation.
Yeah.
The storm will put a stop to this frenetic melody before all of the good, artistic, heartfelt things in life are destroyed before our eyes. It will wash away the unwanted, the unimportant. The creators of this chaos will be severely punished.
Also, if you're wondering why the hell does he have hands, those are apparently so there's two things that you can tell if they're in both Manus Vindictae group, I guess, and is the hands and a mask, I guess, and these are a part of it, and I don't know. I guess it's something. What I understand from that is that those protect them from the storm in their quotations, and I guess, and I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Well, they're telling us, I guess. True checks his watch approximately.
It's still a little early for what Mr. Forget-Me-Not has planned. But the actors and actresses are in place.
Oh my god, I gotta. I have like so many wires. Hold on. Second. Alright. The like. I need to make room for my feet.
Don't worry, Miss Angelotti. We won't leave anyone behind, nor will we leave any enemy spared. I will eliminate the obstacles for you and help you better understand yourself.
What? What are you talking about?
Blood courses through her in rapid fire. The sound grows louder and more intense until she can't hear it pounding in her ears.
The sifting has begun, ladies.
Yeah.
Enjoy. The potion specially made by Mr. Forget-Me-Not. A gift from the Picrasma tree. For those who have Arcanist blood, it will undoubtedly enhance their powers, both physically and mentally. But for the powerless, mixed blood humans,
Interesting.
it is lethal poison.
Okay, so it's alright, sick. Watching the young Arcanist spitfired by the smoke, Mitra only chuckles.
People sometimes forget how different humans and Arcanists are, don't they? Marriages between the two races have been common for some time.
Yeah, sure,
The
man.
mixed bloods have become the majority of society. Those with less than 1/4 Arcanist blood, some with even less, have blended in amongst the humans because they don't have any arcane power. And so they are seen as humans, both by the public and by themselves.
I mean, I guess.
And now the punishment for betraying your own kind. You should have stood with us, but instead you sided with the enemy and watched your own kin suffer.
Man.
The blood that you have ignored and forsaken will awaken, explode, and tear you apart from within.
Sick. Marcus stormily supports Harfman's arm, but Harfman raises a hand to refuse her help.
I'm fine. I'm just a bit... I can still stand.
Are you sure? That is not the sound of somebody standing.
Sadly, you won't be fine for long. Mr. Forget-Me-Not is one of the best potion makers. The formula is carefully designed to prolong your suffering until sweet death finally spreads
So
its wings
I don't know how Mr. Forget-Me-Not, because he's the freaking guy with the piano that you fight in like chapter 2 or chapter 1. I don't know, one of those two. I don't remember. Did he like leave? I don't know how he lived. I guess because like we fought him, but I don't know if he killed him. Anyways,
But resent not. Your pain is fleeting compared to what my people were made to endure. As for you, Miss Angelotti, a choice lies before you.
Yeah. In the oddly cemented smoke, Henrich raises his hand.
Me?
Twice.
You have been lied to. Humans have whispered lies through their petty, made-up history. There has been genocide, the lengthy, vicious kind, under the banner of high-minded reason. They tried to split the world in two, so that the progressives cannot be stopped by the non-progressives, so that the irrational cannot speak against the rational. When they do, death and destruction follow.
What was that supposed to
You're
be?
one of us. An Arcanist child abandoned at an orphanage. You must have heard your heart pounding like a knock on the door. It's the sound of a long-lost soul coming home.
Also, I don't know much about Marcus, because, you know, she literally got introduced in the chapter, but, you know, she'll...
Calls to you to rid your shackles of reason, to expose the lies of history, to embrace your primal passions and unleash the powers of your gift. You should be one of us, as you
One of us.
always should have been.
The aura of the pendulum tree comes to mind. Yes, she hears it. Echoes up from the brain, rather beating along toward knocks of
He's right,
reason.
Marcus. This is the missing part of history that they didn't let you go through. Hoffman kept everything from you, didn't she? She's a liar! You're here because you want to find the truth. You don't have to work for a human institution.
The the revisionist thoughts. Okay. Right. Thank you. The revisionist of thoughts continues without end. But a dagger is thrown to the ground, spinning in its handle.
Pick it up. Drive it into your mentor's heart.
Wow.
Show us your resolve. An opportunity has arisen. Take it. A chance to learn who you really are, where you came from, and why you were abandoned.
That has escalated quickly. You're giving a child a weapon. I think. Is Marcus? I don't know. Pretty sure she is. I don't know. They never tell us their age, so I'm just guessing she is. But giving a child a weapon. She picks up the dagger with blade pointing outward.
Marcus.
Very good, Angelotti. Before the High One of Midnight sheds merciful tears and washes away the sins of man, pass the test and join us. And we will take you through the storm back to our era.
Our era.
A tear slides across her face.
But my era has already come. 1914. The year you once wiped out with this storm is my era!
Damn. She holds the dagger, looking up at the dome in despair.
I waited in the lighthouse of that island. I waited in the marble house of the Foundation, watching the time go back to 1966, to 1929, and finally, back here. You say this is salvation, but you're just replacing one annihilation with another.
Disagrees.
The Foundation wants to stop the destruction, but you're speeding it up. You don't care about this era, nor the people living in it. You abandon them. You hide in your empty kingdom, in your garden that doesn't yet exist, with your with your art, your poems and your pianos.
So she's losing it.
And me, I just wanted to go home for a visit. Why would you take away even that?
Marcus, don't lose control of yourself.
Bro, are we gonna fight this way? It's too late. She charges towards the man.
I'll kill you, Henrik!
Oh, it's Henrik? Okay. Some names are right. Anyways. Oh boy, we get to kill him. Let's go. Alright, defeat Hendrik. Behind the curtain. Let allied characters get confusion. Well. Alright, let's, I don't know.
It could be found.
Sure. We'll do that.
Are you irrational members?
Taking no damage. Okay, yeah, I think it's a better idea if we just, annihilate the others, just in case, Case in point, they're, damaging me a lot, but, guess use that? I mean, I could, I want to get her bar to, to, sick. So good. We're chilling. We're chilling. As long as the damage not hurt in the middle of, we're chilling. All right, we're chilling.
The final demonstration.
Okay, I'm gonna do this
Wanna
one.
watch the
so I
aerial
don't
stunts?
have- And yes, swap that. Gives me 2.
Welcome to the world of numbers.
Right wing.
Nice. That's. Dude, I love her follow-up attack, dude. It does so much damage. Like, behind the curtains. Freaking confusion? Okay. I mean, it did say that, so yeah, I'm surprised, but, I'll use that next round. I'll use that next round. Wise. I could have done that first, but it's fine, because doesn't... Hope not, okay. Ooh, this... Actually, hold on. Let me do this. Like, at least do damage.
It could be found.
Need to get bar and, you know, do damage at the same time. Oh. Now that's what we like to do. Oh yeah. That's good. Ow. More confusion. Oh god. We could do that. Put that here, and then mix it with this one, and I think that should be game.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah. Right.
Victory?
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm a genius. Oh no, this the one. It's coming.
Someone is calling me.
Oh, back here.
Leave here with me, Doctor. Let the rain wash away the old world, so we can build your dream in a new one. I thought we were on the same side of liberating our oppression, giving freedom to the arcanists.
She stretches out her hand to her. But she stands stiff, clutching and unclutching her fist in fatal repercussion. Repention? Yeah.
I never thought that you would take people's lives, Isolde.
Isolde looks up with a meddling joy flattered in her face.
Is this why you hesitate? Because I killed a person who shouldn't be killed? A person from the Foundation? After you befriended the young lady? Is it because you made peace with the Foundation, and yet I became associated with Manus Vindicte?
Screw you. Anyways. She found her answer. Her eyes twinkle with delight.
I see now. I understand, Doctor. I will correct my mistakes.
Isolde?
I killed a man of the Foundation. Thus, you thought I was imposing Manus Vindicte's cause over yours. It displeased you, am I right? Then I shall prove myself to you.
She provides a pistol out of her beneath her skirt. At once held a to further suffering, and now it will take on a greater mission. Oh, pistol she killed the guy with.
I will take Heinrich's life, for that would make it fair. Please, come with me and witness my commitment, Doctor.
What did you say? You're going to kill... who?
I mean, at this point, you will, because it's like he's part of the group now. You know, it's... yeah. But Isola is already lifted her skirt, bowing it graceful. I can't read it because it's on autopilot. Gracefully to the doctor. Or bowing, some bit. The familiar surge of arcane energy, the same teleportation counter that brought crawled to the stage. After a brief flash of light, they found themselves on the other side of the stage, where a fierce battle has just taken place. Hoffman kneels in agony, tearing off her scarf to reveal a terrifying pattern of toxic veins that has spread from her heart across her chest. The potion is indeed lethal, forcefully activating her already weak blood vessels, turning her body into an overburned machine, ready to explode on a slightest movement. Henrik then did not lie. She was straining for a long, unvulnerable, an agonizing march towards death.
I'm going to kill.
And Marcus, pulled as if by fate, finds herself caught in all-consuming emotional whirlwind from her revelations. Her gift was not meant for battle. It minusculely only makes her lose control even more.
Miss Angelotti, if you still don't see the big picture after returning to your true self, you are not one of us. Enjoy the sifting before the storm.
Henrik kicks her away with indifference, no longer regarding the novice arcanist with any concern. At this moment, Zola disperses from the void as if proposed by some strange destiny.
Ah, Isolde, you're just in time.
Ow.
These two are hopeless.
The Zila words hang in the air as she smiles and raises her arm. The deadly firearm is armed at her once friend with a straight baseline and graceful act.
Goodbye, Heinrich.
Nice. Sick. To be continued. Wow. I get the small room. What does that mean? I don't know. They did not show me what that is. Guess we're never gonna find out. I'll probably. I don't know. It says I unlocked the small room. I don't know what that means. Is it in here? Where's the small room? I'm confused. Is it in here? Doesn't tell me. Kind of making me mad. Is it in here? Oh. It's not in here. Okay, cool. I don't know what they mean about some small room, but like I don't see it. I don't see it. Really, so before I lose my mind after it, anyways. Actually, it might be. Oh, never mind. Okay. Data booklet. The handwriting on it might be strong and hasty, but it's still neat and tight. Harshman's investigation files. Member of the Circle Descent to the manuscript dictate unclear is prejudice work. The Salvation reveals information about to the Storm, suspected of having had contact with members of the Manus Vindictae during his lifetime. versus cafe. Which one? The timing can be decided in advance. Thus, a young man with a particular fondness for the squares and diamonds, more invested in a woman than the management dictate. This guy, a descendant, young man, relationship to the management dictate unclear, and then frustration, mentally unstable, often occupied by strange odors. Still don't know where the freaking small room is. Finished page. Please don't. Also, we get a tape for this. Yay. Finished page, part 22. Oh boy. An unexpected agony like a burning of a bullet in the chamber too small for it. Only went large vein across her body. She tries to summon her reason, looking for a way out, but only scuppered half thoughts come to her.
Heinrich must take him to the headquarters. He has vital information. The mission has failed. There will be no backup. The storm countdown has begun. Everyone will be called back to the headquarters. This is the ninth storm. How much longer will we have to wait if we miss this opportunity? Must leave at once. Marcus will have the storm syndrome if she stays here. She is losing herself.
Yes, this one makes sense.
Isolde. Kanya. Why are they here?
Bruh.
Tosca, you're turning your dagger at me. Me. The one who showed you the way to salvation. Me. The one who brought you all to the Guiding One.
The Guiding One.
I even pleaded with Forget-Me-Not to keep a spot for Kakania. For your sake. How could you do this to me?
The bullet dies slightly as it fires, hitting Hoffman's cleave in a painful but not immediately lethal shot.
Doctor, why are you trying to stop me?
You still think of me as a doctor? I can't let you do any more killing. Miss Marcus, can you get on your feet? I'll slow them down. Get Madame Hoffman to safety.
The clamor fades away, leaving only the sound of clogging blood slowly moving through her veins. And I can't read it. At last, this is the world of the arcanist. Reason is nowhere to be found, and everything is manifest by the scenes. Floor is cold and then loud, the air filled with a sound, one that will lead her to her death.
Heinrich,
Can I read,
you seem to
please?
be in pain.
Thank you. Alright. Her vision has sharp edges cutting into her sight, and everything moves slow, making out Marcus, Marcus, as she is plunged into a nightmare. Then the good doctor, Kanya, desperately attempting to hold back Isolde. And Isolde's gun pointed at her.
Shh. It's alright. Soon you will be freed from the pain.
You are out of your mind, Hoffman. Don't. There must be a better way. But how long do we have to wait for another opportunity like this? You think you can still make it back to the headquarters? You think there will be a second chance for you? Even if we fail, Marcus will be safe. The situation has changed. Kanya's decision is the key to victory. I can't let the clues end here. This is the wisest decision.
I missed something. Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. She raises with all her strength. Isolde seems no new obstacles, focusing only on her ideal enemy. She pulls the trigger.
Madam Hoffman?
The girl meddled in chaos, witnesses the scene. Her readings, communications, disposing on her own personal will. I can't let Isolde kill such a vital source of information. That's what Madame Hoffman's thinking, but what about her poison? The bullet reeks of ghosts and spirits, only right, it's Isolde's arcane skill. Kanya, has gone blank. I can't read anything from her mind. And these Harfrishan, who claims to be the savior, what is he thinking right now? Crash. The gunshot finally hits true. One shot, 2 lives. Result, bullet pierces through both Hoffman and Harfrish. This is the information her reading provides.
No! Madam Hoffman!
Yikes. Fucking literally body blocked. Jesus Christ. She crawls on the fuck.
No!
She crawls on hands and knees to her mentor's side. Yikes. Also, that's what the poison looks like. Damn, it's green.
Is Heinrich still alive?
Marcus looks at the sage, now coated with blood, her voice trembling.
He's gone.
Yikes. Yeah,
I see. Should have been faster. You must take Kanya and leave. She can protect you from Isolde. She won't side with Manus from what I see. Give him my place in the storm shelter. Her arcane powers will be useful to us. So the both of you can evacuate safely.
bruh.
Did you plan this all along?
This is sad. What the?
Don't cry, Marcus. I know what I'm doing. I've taken back my senses before I die. I'm glad. The pain will cease. To die with my sanity and rationality still intact. It has been an honor.
No!
Well,
Anya, can you give her first aid and take her to the station? You'll meet the Foundation there. They'll have better equipment. They'll know what to do. Heinrich is dead. But there must still be clues on him. This isn't over yet. I have to finish the mission.
Hoffman just shakes her head. Weak fingers struggle to pull out
Marcus,
a piece of paper from her
take this.
blossom. Her blossom?
The number of that orphanage in Romania.
Romania.
I've had it with me for a while now. But
Please save your strength, madam. This isn't what we need to worry about.
we don't have anything else to worry about. The mission is over. Silly child. Bring home. Before the storm comes. The future is yours.
Her hand slides down. This last second between them became an age to itself.
No! There must be something I can do. Everything is a book. Everything can be read. The most immediate threat to her life is that potion. Devil's shoestring, belladonna, narcissus, the zeta roots, and the fruits and roots of the picrasma tree.
Whoop.
It's the formula made by Forget-Me-Not. The picrasma extract makes up more than 50% of the potion. This is very different from Laplace's formula. Arcanist potions seem to be a concoction of instincts and inspiration. Is there nothing else I can do? The picrasma extract is not a poison in itself, just that humans cannot... there must be a way, madam! Please! She's in pain. Don't give up. Keep reading. I will find a way.
Marcus.
As she turns the page, the realization hits. Even if she could read every detail, every exchange note on this page, she can't rescue a burning book from a fire. It's already gone.
No.
Every book has an end, Marcus. There's nothing more on a finished page. No matter how reluctant you are to flip that page and get to the end, you will move on to a new chapter. Forgive
No,
me.
don't turn the page. Stop here. Stop now, please.
That's the
Yikes.
pain I had to put on you.
I can't read on.
End of that
I
story.
don't like this ending.
She's gone.
She was an incredible woman.
Kanya looks at her face in shock, studying it to find again the same face she'd spoken of. Mercy.
Her suffering ends here. Doctor, have you decided?
Kanya can only stand there, dazed, till a loud roar blossoms outside the opera house.
I must leave. But I will wait for your answer.
The third act, a bow, and then the curtains fall. The actors exit. This is the end of the story. Wow. Ew. Hitting us hard already. Jeez. Fucking A, man. Am I right? Yep. A warrior's song from the weak and the meant for the last song on stage. I've never stepped forward in salute. I never stepped forward. A melody stay in place, swinging a wooden or I never stepped forward. Enjoy. I never stepped forward. I wait until the waves with their two cresses, the spine of a beast. I never step forward. In death, I never step forward. Until my sleeves, my shoes, myself sink to the bottom of the water. Until the night comes. Until even the heavens covers my mouth and nose. Then I start to run. Picking up the spine, the horseman's soul. I never ever stand still. Pretty good, pretty good. Like hustle and tell. The brother, the sister, and the evil witch. Still in part 23. Marcus holds Harshman's hand. For all the while, tears went the note drop by drop, crushing the ink on it to bleed. The chaotic thoughts in her mind all recede away. The roaring of her heart begins to slow. At this moment, only grief and bewilderment remained.
Madame Hoffman was calm till the end. Why? Was she not afraid? No. I just read her fear through her trembling fingers. But she would not show it. She knew it would have frightened me.
Repeat.
The communicator rings again.
This is a 24-hour countdown to the storm. All personnel must return to the headquarters. Repeat. This is the 24-hour countdown to the storm. Hoffman, this is Semmelweis. You must leave now. Last call. You know we won't wait if you miss it.
Marcus turns off the communicator with one hand.
The storm is coming, Doctor. Come with me to the headquarters. You can take Madame Hoffman's place in the shelter.
The doctor says nothing. She just lifts her hand, gazing up at the non-existent company. Yeah. Then she speaks as if making a plea to the gods above.
King Midas hunted in the woods, in search of Silenus, the wisest satyr, the companion of the wine god. What is the best and most enticing thing for a man? The king asked. The satyr laughed in response. Children of mischance and misery, you are asking for an answer you wish not to hear. And what is best is beyond your reach. To never be born, to never exist, to be nothing. But you still have the next best thing. Die. And do it soon.
Kanya covers her face, a piercing laugh escaping through her fingertips, accompanied by slowly after by tears.
I don't care if I could make it through the storm. My end is already upon me.
Doctor,
I'd rather die here than spend the rest of my life running from the storm. Get to safety, Miss Marcus. I still have things to do. It's a shame that we won't get to be colleagues.
Yikes. She turns sternly, not once looking back. But the young apprentice does not stop her. She is thinking of something more important.
auf der Suche nach Silenus.
Seeking Silenus in the woods.
Did Theophil write the poem in the same misery and despair? Then why did he call the painting The Salvation? He set fire to every piece of his work, but why leave this one out? And this strange way of drawing?
Her thoughts are clearer than ever before. Guilt, madness, blame, and hatred that burns through everything, raging through her thoughts. The past that once filled that page, it was gone now. Now no one would make decisions for her.
Heinrich said he showed the path to salvation and brought you all to the guiding one. Salvation. Salvation. Could it be?
Who do it be? What really scared me was not the threat to my life, but the possibility of dying ignorant. She closes her eyes. All the information she has read in the past, along with the staining blood from the poison, covers before her eyes.
If I succeed, I can prevent the death of someone who holds the clues. Even if I die, I'll still turn Kakanya completely against Isolde. This was your plan, madam?
What really scared me was not the threat to my life, but the possibility of dying ignorant.
I know what to do now.
She opens her eyes wide, calling out to the figure as she is about to leave.
Doctor, wait! There might be another way.
But Kakanya does not listen. She has made up her mind.
Don't fall into darkness.
Despising the departing figure is held back, but Marcus fights with an unpredicted determination.
Don't let madness or despair take over, Doctor.
Unpredicted determination. Yeah. Okay. Don't let. Oh, good. I die.
This
My
is
brain.
not the end. My mission is not over.
She reaches into her pocket, silencing the small machine that has been frequently signaling the final evacuation warning.
There's still another way to end this. But it can only be done by you and me.
Well, this is familiar. The blaze lights up the street, replacing the glow of the dead electrical lights. People fight, throwing themselves into a frenzied hysteria. The street looks like an exploding power keg.
The Guiding One is
It is
merciful
you.
in bringing this era to an end before the summer of 1914.
Hey, it's my favorite guy. It's the guy who plays piano. Forget me not at night. Hell
The
yeah.
nationalists, the internationalists, the arcanists, the rationalists, the progressives, the conservatives, the fanatics, the bystanders.
Dude, we have to fight this guy again? Because
They
I feel
indulge
like we
in
do.
passion, insisting that it is their ideals that make up the world. Who would have thought that such a progressive and sensible era would end in a barbaric war? Yet in the end, like dust, they'll be swept away and forgotten by time. Only the true believers will survive the end.
So,
But I must regretfully remind you, killing one of our own, despite your merits, is a violation of the rules.
wow, didn't ask.
I will report this to the Guiding One.
Isn't that the one with the I don't know. She wears a blue dress, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. Freaking. It's been a long time that I've seen them, bro. Her smile remains picture perfect, yet hollow.
May I have a moment alone, Mr. Forget-Me-Not? I want to look at this city one last time.
Whatever you want.
Forget-Me-Not walks away in boredom. He has long tired of this maddening conversation. Isolde stands alone in the streets. People around her celebrate, dance, raising their inspired reputation in their primal positions. But none of that matters to her. She is merely waiting for the sky to fall.
Doctor!
I've thought about this and made up my mind, Isolde. You were right. I will join you.
I have been waiting to hear this for so long. I know this is what you want. Now I can finally make your dream come true.
Kenya extends her handkerchief, wrapping it away her wild-eyed tears of joy.
Before we leave, I would like to take one last walk in this world. Would you like to join me and walk to my clinic?
Be continued. Wow, the story is getting intense. Oh, this is where the boss fight is, because I can tell from this. I don't know what that says. I'm not even gonna attempt to try to say that. A circle and time, no beginning, no end. Do boss fight, part 24.
Du hast alles gut durchdacht.
You have everything wrapped up. Kanya shuts the door, dimming the atmosphere outside. The clinic remains cluttered, empty, quiet. Only the mirrors no longer flash.
Ja, der Spiegel macht mir Angst nach dem, was passiert ist.
Yes, the mirror scares me after what happened.
Er spiegelt wahrheitsgetreu mein hässliches Gesicht wieder.
It truly,
Meine abstoßende Seele.
it truthfully reflects my ugly face, my disgusting soul.
Doktor, du bist nicht abstoßend. Wie kann jemand, der abstoßend ist, so edle, hohe Ideale haben wie du?
You're not disgusting, Doctor. How can somebody disgusting have noble, high ideals like yours?
Vielleicht. Vielleicht haben Sie recht. Es ist Zeit, das Tuch zu lüften.
Perhaps, maybe you're right. It's time to lift the cloth. Ow. Kakanya pulls back the curtain. The dim room slightly brightens. Ow.
Das Licht tut weh. Hast du die Vorhänge geöffnet?
The lights hurt. Do you open the curtains?
Doktor, ich kann nichts sehen.
Doctor, I can't see. An overexpressed world. An overexpressed world slowly reveals a painting. In a strange, cold voice.
Schauen Sie sich dieses Gemälde an, Isolde.
Look at this painting result.
Erinnert es Sie an etwas?
Does it remind you of hold on, does it remind you of anything?
Ich kann es nicht deutlich sehen, Doktor. Es ist zu hell hier.
I can't see it clearly, Doctor. It's too bright in here.
Könntest du die Vorhänge etwas zuziehen?
Can you pull the curtains just a bit?
Das ist das Gemälde Ihres verstorbenen Bruders. Die Rettung.
This is the painting of your late brother, the salvation.
Wir haben eine einfache Tatsache übersehen, Isolde. Bis Heinrichs letzte Worte uns alle daran erinnerten.
You've overlooked a simple fact, Isolde, until Henrik's final words remind us of all.
Theophil schrieb seine Notiz in Verzweiflung, nannte aber sein letztes Gemälde die Rettung.
Theophil wrote his note in despair. Yeah, he called his last painting the salvation. Or, yeah.
Es ist so hell hier. Können wir woanders reden?
Doctor, it's too bright in here. Can we please talk somewhere else? She waits for a response in certain concern or pity. But she remains. Remains.
Wie konnte ich das übersehen, Isolde? Eine noble Dame wie Sie kann nicht nur singen und tanzen, sondern auch zeichnen.
How could I have missed this, Isol? A noble lady such as you not only can sing and dance, but also draw.
Theophil war ein feiner Herr, aber nur fein. Er war talentiert, aber nicht begabt. Die Frauen des Detasdorfs waren schon immer bessere Medien als ihre Männer. Sie sind viel begabter als ihr Bruder.
Teofil was a fine gentleman, but only fine. He was skilled, but not gifted. The women of the that have always been better mediums than the man. You're much more gifted than your brother.
Sollen wir euch beiden dankbar sein? Du und dein Bruder, ein paar Messiasse dieser Ära? Einer von euch schrie die Wahrheit in einem bemitleidenswerten Gedicht heraus und hielt seine Verzweiflung in Form von Kunst fest. Und der andere...
Should we be thankful of the two of you, you and your brother, a pair of messengers of this era? One of you cried out and revealed the truth in a pitiful poem, and kept his despair in the form of art.
Doktor!
Doctor.
Und der andere
I
wollte die Farbe von oben
can't fake sadness.
ihre wahren Farben enthüllen und sie neu
I'm
formen.
trying my best. My acting skills are not to par. Anyways, and the other wished to scrape the paint off the top, reveal its true colors, and reshape it.
Das bist du, Isolde. Du hast versucht, die Verzweiflung abzukratzen und die Welt mit deinen mitfühlenden, mitleidigen Händen neu zu formen.
That's you, Isolde. You tried to scrape off the despair and reshape the world with your compressors, pitying hands, or plenty. I don't know.
Schuf die
Get those
Kunst
confused.
und du
Anyways.
hast sie vervollständigt.
He created the art, and you completed it.
Du und dein Bruder seid die Mitgestalter dieses Gemäldes, aus Mitleid für diese Welt.
You and your brother are the co-creators of this painting, out of your pity for this world.
Und deshalb war es das einzige Werk, das den Brand überstanden hat.
And that's why it was the only work that saved. Let me reset that. And that's why it was the only work that survived the fire.
Hab ich recht, Isolde? Sag es mir!
Am I right, Isolde? Tell me. Kanya's words carry weight.
Mit Heinrichs Hilfe habt ihr beide den Anführer von Manus Vindictae getroffen. Ihr habt das Wunder gesehen. Euch wurde der Weg zur Rettung gezeigt.
With Henrik's help, the two of you met the leader of Manus Vindictae. There we go. Last syllables catch me off guard. You saw the miracle. You were sworn the path to salvation.
Aber der arme Theophil konnte nicht akzeptieren, was ihm gesagt wurde. Wie du wurde er von seinem edlen Blut verflucht. Er hatte Mitgefühl für die Welt, hielt aber dennoch an den Privilegien des Adels fest.
But poor Telfith could not accept that he was told like you. He was cursed by his noble blood. He sympathized with the world. Just he still clung to the privileges of nobility.
Er wollte nicht mit Manus Vindictae zusammenarbeiten, aber er wollte auch keinen Krieg.
He didn't want to work with Manus Vindictae, but he didn't want war either.
Er hatte seine inneren Kämpfe. Als Begünstigter der Rettung war das Schreiben von Verzweiflung sein einziger Ausweg.
He had his struggles. As a beneficiary of the salvation, writing of the despair was his only way to vent.
Er musste sein Leben nehmen, um den Schmerz zu beenden. Und er wollte, dass du dich ihm anschließt, damit ihr beide gemeinsam von der Qual befreit werdet.
He had to take his own life to end the pain, and he wanted you to join him so that you and he would be free of the torment together.
Aber er übersah die Tatsache, dass du im Gegensatz zu ihm bereits in Verzweiflung lebtest. Alles, was er hatte und ihm wichtig war, hatte nie dir gehört. Die Zerstörung dieser Welt bedeutete dir nichts.
But he overlooked the fact that, unlike him, you were already living in despair. Everything he had and cared about had never been yours. The destruction of this world meant nothing to you.
Mein Kopf tut wirklich weh.
My heart really hurts.
Also hast du aus Mitleid den Abzug gezogen.
So you pulled the trigger on him out of pity.
Ich kann nicht sehen. Könntest du bitte das Licht im Raum dimmen?
I can't see anything. Can you please dim the room?
Betrachte dieses Gemälde. Schau dir diese Spiegel an, Isolde.
Look at this painting. Look at these mirrors, Isolde.
Was hat dir der Anführer von Manus Vindicte gezeigt? Was ist der Weg zur Rettung? Ist es ein Zauber? Ein Ritual?
What did the leaders of Manus Vindicte tell you? Or okay, hold on. What did the leaders of Manus Vindicte show you? What is the path to salvation? Is it a spell? A ritual?
Du bist die Einzige, die es weiß.
You're the only one who knows. Oh boy. Is he the singing phantom Maz? Or Mez?
Watch the mirrors, Miss Marcus. Our guide is all to the memory.
Eh boy.
Only this would undo my mistakes.
You can do this, Miss Catania.
Ich kann dich nicht sehen. Wo bist du hin? Verlass mich nicht, Doktor.
I can't see you. Where did you go? Don't leave me, Doctor.
Schließ deine Augen, Isolde.
Please close your eyes, Isolde.
Sag mir, was du von
Tell me what you think of
der Rettung hältst.
the salvation. Oh boy.
Dental checker.
Fun. Oh god. Please. Make her eyes turn black.
Meine Augen. Wo sind meine Augen, Schwester?
My eyes. Where are my eyes? Sister, where am I?
Das Schauspiel begann lange davor, Schwester.
The acting started long before that, sister.
Sie spricht mit ihrer Schwester, die jung gestorben ist. Wo bist du jetzt, Isolde?
She's talking to her sister, who died young. Where are you now, Isolde?
Nirgendwo Besonderes. Eine gewöhnliche Party. Eine Seance. Bewunderer, Schmeichler, immer da, bei jedem Treffen.
Always there at every greeting.
Diese naive kleine Tosca. Sie vertraute ihren süßen Worten.
That naive little Tosca? No. She trusted their honeyed words.
Sie erzählte ihnen eine andere Geschichte.
She told them another story.
Vorhänge im Wind. Das warme Bad
So I
der
like
Sonne.
this violin, I think. I don't know. I'm not in, like, you know, music nerd, but, like, you know, very good violin. Curtains in a breeze. The sun's bathing glow.
Was passierte als nächstes?
What happened next?
Schließ das Fenster! Schließ es!
Close it. The window. Close it. Oh, can I? Nice. Sick. I can't do anything to combine, so we're just gonna do the mass attacks. We'll keep the healing. Because I do mediocre damage. Sick! I mean, is that mediocre?
No need to look back.
Please tell me this is not like freaking brute freaking boss fight. Oh, that one's pain.
Stop.
I talk about damage. Jesus. I need that. Actually, hold on. Let me do this first. That. Okay. This. And then. Do that. That. Because I don't want to have too many twos. Just chilling, but. We'll move this here just in case. This does not stun, so sick. 821 damage. Okay. That does a lot of damage. Jesus. Actually, that works splendidly.
Perfect argument.
Let's just. I wanna move that there, but I wanna. Let's just see if we can get more big hope. Just please tell me this is only one phase. If it's just one phase, to be honest.
Haven't you eaten?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yes, so many attacks! What the? Jeez. Okay, I can do this now. That. Then that. I'm just gonna use the heal because I can.
Try not to thrash us.
Alright. Oh, that.
To the world of numbers.
I mean, it's not that bad, but like. If I needed it. Voice, follow-up attack. Love those. She's about to do super sick. Please don't kill me. Okay, cool. Alright. What can we do? What can we do in this situation? Nothing.
Whatever.
How much do I need for? I need 25, and I can't do it on this round because I don't have enough. We'll just use this. This.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
I don't need those. Retose. Big damage. Okay, 4,000. Not bad.
Advice from the forest. A little trick.
I swear, it's mad if there's a second phase. I mean, likely so there is a second phase. But why did he get an attack? So dumb.
The reticent woods are watching.
Can I even? Nah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. I need to keep Olivia alive. The one in the, second to middle alive, because holy. Those are the only strongest ones I have. Wait, I don't know. I don't remember. 37. I forgot. Let me keep Olivia and 37 alive. They're my only strongest ones. This is pointless, because, I can't stun it. And I'm gonna use that.
I weave the gown with thorns.
I need.
Sacrifice of wounds.
Yo, that's actually a lot. Whoa. This actually might kill. Potentially, maybe. No, it's not. Sick! Of course it wouldn't, because why wouldn't it? Wait, what? There's a second fight.
Was ist los mit deiner Stimme?
What's wrong with your
Wo
voice?
bist du jetzt?
Where are you now?
Eine Probe. Der goldene Ball. Sei nicht
Also,
sauer auf
I'm
mich.
like extra
Ich
damaged.
weiß, meine Schauspielerin sollte perfekt sein.
The rehearsal at the Golden Bell. Don't get mad at me. I know an actress should be perfect.
Jede Toske sollte den feinsten Traum darstellen.
Every Tosca should despite the finest dream.
Sie sehen sie als einen Vogel, der ihre Lieder und Pracht preist.
They see her as a bird, piercing its songs and I don't know.
Aber genießt sie das? Tut sie das?
But does it? She enjoy this?
Ist der Vogel noch da?
Is the bird still there?
Ist fort.
He's gone.
Pavrodos sie öffnete den vergoldeten Käfig.
Open the gilded cage, and it flew. Wait, I'm kind of hurt. Actually, let me do this. Hold on. You want to check that. that, and then save. We'll combine that. Sick. I did nothing. Okay. They're healthily. Does she know where the other drum?
Haven't you eaten?
Okay. Got that stuff. Let's save that actually. And we can't combine that just yet, so
Wanna watch the aerial
that
stunts?
noise. I mean, like it doesn't matter anyways, but you know, it's useful. I think. 624. Wow, stellar damage. Interesting. Got two ults. Those.
Peaceful moments.
And use that.
Timing.
I guess that too. Sure. Please just don't hit me. I'm begging. Okay, we're halfway there. Halfway. No, oh my god, that's nothing! I didn't even get a follow-up attack. Sick. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Do that. Do it for that one, and then that combines. Actually, hold on. Let me do that first because it gives me buffs. So that first, that one second. I need another card for this one. I need heals badly. You know, at the halfway mark of health. Oh, there's 3 waves. I just realized that. Oh my god. I looked at the corner. There's 3 waves. I'm already at round 10. Bad. This is bad. I'm not in a good state. This is not good. Maybe I need to replace this. I think. I don't know. It's not cutting. I don't know, man. Just do this, I guess. I don't know.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
I think, yeah, I want to get rid of the massive. Ah, yeah, that's what I need. Okay, so I need to focus on that. Alright, sick. But plan of action, get 37's freaking. Alright.
ВДВ. Сколько побед?
Do that. Also do that. Heals. Nice.
Good timing.
Swallow my exhaust.
Perfect. Debra. Also, I just need to get her ult in general, because I think her buffs.
Erkennst du dieses Teil?
Recognize this part? I thought you would. Can't.
You're overdoing it, Miss Kakanya. Mir geht's gut. Mach weiter, Isolde.
I'm fine. Go on, Isolde.
Von einem Punkt zeichnete der Pinsel einen Kreis.
From a point, the brush drew a
Das
circle.
Porträt begann mit diesem dummen Kreis.
The portrait started with a silly circle.
Und einen
Then
Mund.
he drew eyes and a mouth.
Und dann gebar der Kreis den Kreis. Unheil gebar Unheil.
And then circle began circle disaster. Begun disaster. Or I don't know.
Kunst. Eine faszinierende Krankheit. Verlangen, Unterdrückung und Wahnsinn. Alles
Art.
wird durch Kunst ausgelebt.
Okay. Art, a fascinating disease, desire, reputation, and madness are all invented through art.
Es ist die Rettung. Wir kommen näher.
It's the salvation. We're getting closer.
Nein, nein, malt es falsch.
No, he's drawing it wrong.
Theophil, du malst es falsch.
Phil, you're drawing it wrong. Oh, of course they would bring the ghost. You don't want me to win, okay? Also, I see that. I need that. I need to get 37's ult because I need them buffs. I need them buffs now.
The red is
that.
all be fine.
I weave the gown with thorns.
I guess.
You shall repay with sacrifice of wounds.
I mean, I'll take anything, and that was quick. Yay, full health. I wanted, and he's back again. Sick. Alright, I guess I can't get rid of him. Nice. Okay. Let me just so I can get her ult. That's nice. I got another one.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
It's practically good enough, but you know, it's sung on my heart.
A little trick.
I need to also get that's that's a lot of ghosts. It's a lot of ghosts. Let's do that.
All be fine.
This.
Welcome to the world of numbers.
It lasts for 2 rounds. I mean, it's not that bad. Oh boy. He's dead. I mean, that kind of removes actions from Earth, so I mean, it's good in a way, I think. Yep. I need a this. So I can find that. I need to apply as many buff. Sick.
Thank you for your cooperation.
But I'm only halfway. Oh God, this could be really closer than I thought it would be. Oh, nice. They're gone. Can I re-roll? Yes. That's not what I meant. Okay. Do it again. Damn it. I should have probably stick with it. Oh. Again. I'm at 16. This is bad. Huh. I mean, that works. I mean, I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna do that. Well, let me actually do this. Extra buffs. Get lots of them.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
I need lots of poofs. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Alright. Okay, good progress, we're at 17 now. We're close to the wire.
Сколько побед!
Yeah. Yeah, we're just at roll it. At least this is gonna give me the buff so that Olivia's ult does way more damage than me. Hell yeah, brother. Or not, no. Ah, please. I'm almost there! I need to lose them now, not today. Well, can I get this, that, this, that? Yo. Thank goodness. We did it. Do we have to defeat these two? Oh, wow. Do I have to actually... Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. We did it with 84 rounds left. I was not doing that again. Anyways, coughs.
I was so close.
Alright.
Dr. Kakanya! Was passiert als nächstes?
What's next?
Was ist danach passiert?
What happened after?
Cabradossi. Wohin bist du gegangen?
Where did you go?
Bitte schau mich an, Doktor. Hilf mir. Bitte hilf mir.
Please look at me, doctor. Help me. Please help me.
Just like the
Torre. Yeah, please.
already been tipped in my direction.
We.
I win today.
Ow.
I'm so
Yeah. Oh my god. Clearly, I'm so
Doctor,
underleveled.
you must stop using the mirror. You will both collapse if you continue to force her.
I'm running out of options. I have to hypnotize her.
Hypnotize.
Hypnotize me. You, Miss Clara, the doctor who resents hypnosis and had even fought a duel to stop it. You are going to use it on me. Why? Because I'm a hysterical, irrational woman? The wicked witch? The cursed, inconsolable arcanist? Why? Why are you like this to me?
That's a good
Please
question.
calm yourself, Isolde. And fix your eyes on this watch.
Why? Did I do something wrong again? Am I hopelessly incurable? Why couldn't you cure me? Can't you save me from despair one more time?
She looks at the beautiful girl, her once friend. but she doesn't know how to save her.
Schlaf, Isolde. Gehe zum Ort des Friedens, zum Heim der Nacht.
To the peaceful place, to the home of night.
Du bist die grausamste von allen.
You're the cruelest of them all.
Wenn du bereits
Of all.
eine Entscheidung getroffen hast und denkst, dass ich schuldig bin,
Well, if
warum
you...
behandelst du mich dann so sanft?
If you... Oh
Wenn
my god,
das
I
die
can't...
Lösung ist, die du gebracht hast,
God, it's going
werde
auto.
ich sie
I don't like it.
mit Freude annehmen.
If you only made up your mind, I think I'm guilty. Why do you treat me so guiltily? If this is the salvation you brought, I will embrace it with joy. She begins a familiar aura, singing with all her heart. Her voice at last not seem glance or act, but her true self. See, I would read this, but like I can't think without with voices moving. So let's let this play out. The song never left her.
Doctor, e lucevano
Oh,
le stelle.
the stars are shining.
Now, tell me, Isolde. What do you think of when you look at this painting?
Images appear in the mirror, clear, bright, and accompanied by the echoes of the tide.
Intrigued by the name of your little group.
Ah, of
The
course.
circle.
It's her. That's what I was talking
Yes,
about.
unlike other
Anyways,
animals, there's a power in every one of us. It's the source of our instinct. Following
Yeah.
it, man survives the cruelty of nature.
The
In
fuck?
awe of this extraordinary power, the first
Saw
man drew a
that.
magical circle on the ground, symbolizing a higher power and declaring that man would no longer be at the mercy of
What is
nature.
going in?
That was the first circle, the first magic, the first art.
An interesting take.
I just realized what the name of the guy talking. Oh my god!
This is also an ancient miracle. A circle of salvation. It shelters the chosen ones from the falling rain.
Well,
and sees
perfect
them to the
circle.
promised land.
Well, it's her. I guess they work together. I don't know. In a vague manner, emits from the mirror, like an ancient echo.
Yes! That's it! I saw it! Doctor, I heard it! I read the storm immunity ritual! We did it! Finally.
Kakanya falls to the ground, exhausted. Marcus, ready now to face the communicator again, activates it. This time, though, it brings good news.
News from the front line.
Oh, hey.
They have sent home the storm
Yeah, you
immunity
exist, and
ritual.
I'm gonna be honest with
Get
you.
to work, people. In the
Ribbit.
22 hours before the storm arrives, the whole world is our proving ground.
Still don't know what that means. The end. Wow. That's crazy, bro. Dioma. White Ethicopes, a replay on how the best take care of daggers and hand mirrors. Marcus, level 2 investigator. Regarding the matters of the Arcanus, Izol, and Caconia, the headquarters of the St. Pornoff Foundation has been fully informed of the situation, and the Special Assignment Development is now working on conferring matters. We thank you for your efforts. Please stay out of harm's way and move on to the safe area before the storm arrives. At this time, the St. Prolov Foundation temporarily contains plans as is follow. Unregistered Arcanist Yzol von a threat assignment report has been provided, and the subject meets the level 3 containment criteria in the St. Perna Foundation's underground shelter. We will temporarily mobilize the Razor Squad, a special operations squad special in purchase to arrive in Virilia and assist the investigation team on the any way out to ensure their safety throughout the containment process. Unregistered Arcanist, Kukonia Vorger, yeah, a premier threat assignment report has been prepared. The subject poses a low level of danger in accordance with the containment management regulations. Document number 3. No monetary containment measures will be taken. Please ensure her safety as she will be supported in the future as the material witness to the Verninia incident in accordance with the law. May the peace be with us. St. Proto Foundation Headquarters. And that is chapter this one. So we still have a lot of way to go. It's chapter 5, 6. That is chapter 6 done. I'm gonna say right now, pretty good. I'm not tapping this yet because I know something is gonna appear when I tap that. So right now, I'm not tapping it. That was pretty good. I'm gonna head to the bathroom real quick because I need to go to the bathroom. So be right back. Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, ready to partake. Right. So, now we move on to this one. That one. Yeah. It looks like it does have a inner chamber right here. So right there, which is like this one. Click. Oh, it didn't have it. Sick. The secret of the yeah. From soft beaches to crescent heavens, she thought she could grasp it all. Chapter 7. The secret of the good part 1.
Mama, I have a question. Why don't people like the irrational numbers?
The woman turns around, gazing her daughter with warm affection.
Do you feel the same about them, 37?
Maybe a little?
37 looks down and kicks away a pebble.
You see, Mama, I can count to 3 and to 17, but I can never count to something like 0.01000100010001, let alone use it in calculations. The endless, non-repeating decimals would make a mess of the results, and I can't keep the equations as simple and elegant as I want.
Oh.
But your favorite, the circle. The ratio of its circumference to diameter is also an irrational number, is it not?
Pi is special. I know how it was found and what it represents, so I trust it and use it in my calculations. The same with e, logarithm 2, and root 2. But not many irrational numbers are this convenient to work with. Some have no patterns, no simplest forms, and no end. I can't work out their digits, write them out, or calculate them. Not only are they impossible to pinpoint on the number axis, but there's an infinite amount of these irrational numbers. What's so funny, Mama?
You're a clever, silly goose, my dear. You don't dislike them, you just don't understand them enough.
Leaning down, she picks up a soggy, I don't know, twig? Soggy twig. Her hands moves, sliding the tip of the twig across the sand. 4 equal parallel lines are drawn, with 2 more diagonal lines intersecting in the middle. Is the shape of the familiar square.
Take our old friend root 2, for instance. The irrationality of this number can be proven through basic arithmetic, as it cannot be expressed as an irreducible fraction of integers a over b. A simple proof by contradiction is enough, with no knowledge of irrational numbers required. The presence of root 2 is prevalent in nature, and it is particularly noticeable along the diagonals of a square. This means...
Oh, I know! This means the system built solely on the ratio of integers was flawed.
Yes, root 2 is simple, elegant, and one of the greatest discoveries in mathematics. It showed the existence of infinite, incommensurable numbers, with root 2 being the most obvious one to find. This was how the Tower of Old Ideas crumbled, paving the way for revolutionary breakthroughs that catapulted mathematical analysis into uncharted frontiers.
Interesting.
we discovered a kingdom beyond our traditional methods. One that's immeasurable, incommensurable, and inexhaustible. And the key to its gates is hidden in plain sight, in the diagonal of a square.
A kingdom of irrationality?
The girl listens intensely, as always. She understands quickly.
I see now, Mama. We are not all-knowing beings. There will always be numbers beyond our awareness, such as the nature of irrational numbers. So, if we get to know the irrational numbers better, we can be friends with them too. But you haven't told me why people on the island hate them.
Dot, dot, dot. The image of her mother's face fractures. But her smile is clear, gentle, quiet, and almost pitying.
Mama?
First thing. Oh boy. Hmm.
37. You're awake.
The girl sits up upright in the bed, or in bed. Freaking! I always add like extra words. I don't need to. Her eyes staring into the air in dismay.
Sophia? How long was I out?
You've been in a coma for a week.
Clearly. Her words are cut off as 37 jumps off the bed, rushing her way out.
No, stop! You're not well yet! There's no time. I have to find 6. I have to tell them now. Our circle has been broken.
He continued. Right. This one again. Let's just skip it. I'll read the ending part.
It was a time.
Also, if anybody knows how to enter the gallery to like revisit these back, I would appreciate that because they don't tell you that. See, it says it's added to the gallery, but I don't know what the gallery is, man. I freaking it. Anyways, now you've learned some matters in Operion, haven't we? Namely, to absent from bears nor parcel off a leaf, and stay away from a white roosters on the road. It's been a long. It's been so long since we've last talked about these things. How times does fly. This rusty brain of mine is struggling to keep up. We should have waited until dawn to light the candles. The sun would have mistaken the day for night. The delayed its appearance in the morning. That way we would have had more time to talk. I don't think that's possible. Indeed, we pose this a fear greater understanding of the laws of nature than your ancestors. This only nature that you wouldn't relate candlelight to sunrise, but for the people of either times there was a commonly understood connection between the two. Did the trees not bear fruit from after the horn of plenty was filled at the harvest festival? Did the field not wave with grain? Does the lighting of a match not illuminate the moon? It's human nature to try to understand the world. Of course, at that time, mistakes were made, and some paranoia were adapted to the wrong causes. So theories were developed from false facts. Is It was a time of symbol, you see, such as the flower resembling blossomings and harvest, the outdoors, the internal circle, the hawk wit and the yeah the hot wick and the soil safely and protection. Aside from nature, the circle symbolized perfection, the triangle stability, and the triple helix appendices change in the unity of mind, body, and soul. As time went on, things became uh, as extended with one another, and more symbols were created. It's not a very mathological approach. We can see the causes and effects with your own eyes, dear. It's clear within something is related, and when it isn't, if the outcome isn't what we expected, this symbol might be incorrect. But it's not the physical form. It's wrong. Physical objects never lie. It's the meaning in concept given to them to them that are wrong. You see, objects are just objects as much as just a match, and not the illuminator of the moon. An animal is just an animal. The circle and triangle are only shapes, and you are just you. The blue and the gray. From opposite ends of the prayer hall where eyes meet in a silent side off. Yeah, buddy. The blue and the gray. Part 2. I don't see anything.
Nothing's happening.
The Hall of Truth is as crowded as ever. Ideas, noises, and arguments are all crammed into one space.
Miss Virgin, your attention, please.
Whoa, blue? A cute blue.
This is a public inquiry, and your answer determines the fate of you and your friends.
Yep.
There will be a vote on your punishment, considering the leak of the island's coordinates and the damages caused by you and Manus Vindicte.
Yeah, buddy.
Yet, in the past 2 hours, you've looked at your watch 10 times. Forgive me for being blunt. What could possibly bother you more than your sentence?
My apologies.
A mocking click of the tongue can be heard from the crowd.
Let her look, 888. Doesn't it occur to you that time is also in the form of numbers? Perhaps she's waiting for her lucky number to come.
His words caused a ripple of chuckles throughout the hall. Clearly, after hours of debate and discussion, this light-hearted moment brings a much-needed sense of relief.
Besides, what conclusions have the good people here made? We were brought together in this great hall today, for misfortunes have struck us in the past week. Manus followers were found dead in our sacred place, the Gorgon current was cut off, and a human army has invaded our land. There are also the territorial disputes, the threats from external powers, and the conflicts between our guests. As you can see, our guests have brought us quite the unexpected gifts. They will give us their explanations. But whose words should we trust? Those of the Foundation or Manus Vindicte?
He browsed slightly, gesturing to the left of the stage.
I swear on the stone of truth that I have no knowledge of the League. We never gave any information to the humans. As we speak, the St. Pavlov Foundation is taking measures to mediate the territorial disputes from outside the island.
But you did report everything here to the Foundation. And you don't know what they did with the information, do you?
Right.
It's true.
A questionable defense. A doubtful explanation. Why should we trust her? We all know that the Foundation is closely associated with the humans. They are the false friends of the Arcanists, with their crocodile tears and broken vows. While many may have changed over time, their nefarious human taint lingers. Besides, why should we seek collaboration and assistance from an organization that's 7 years behind us on the study of the emanation?
His words evoke a matter of agreement.
But rush not, brothers and sisters. The moment of decision has not yet arrived. Let's give our old friend Manus Vindicte a fair and equal hearing before casting our pebbles into the pot.
He stretches out his right hand, restoring the audience attentions across the stage. There we go. On the right, there sits a quiet figure in black and blue.
Indeed. The Foundation's understanding of the emanation is 7 years behind ours.
Yeah.
However, our Manus friends here are unable to speak at all, let alone understand complex mathematical principles. Please enlighten us, Miss Arcana.
Oh yeah, that's
Why were
what's her.
swaths of your followers found
Honestly,
dead
I
at the
kind
door
of
of our
forgot her
sacred
name
place?
and okay. It's Miss Arcana. Okay. Sick.
Did our math lessons drive them to madness,
No.
causing them to bash their heads against the gates of truth like martyrs?
So it would seem.
Dude, I swear her eyes are creepy as hell. I don't know why, they remind me of Timiko Toga, I don't know why.
What?
I don't know, it just reminds me about that, I don't know why. Her quick insight answer causes a commotion in the crowd. I swear I can read, oh my god. Anyways, yes, she only gently closes the book on her lap, unconcerned of the suspicions stares around her.
One must confess that our followers were ill-prepared to take on the wisdom of the island.
Yeah.
But we did come seek mutual development with
Yeah,
sincerity. I trust you are aware of the assistance we have provided over the years in this world of matters, which you, though reluctantly, relied upon. As to this debate, I was once told a story that now seems fitting to recount.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my god, I almost choked my water, holy. But why does that happen? Freaking wind down the wrong windpipe. I was trying to drink some water. Oh my god. Okay. Okay now. Alright. Her gaze falls on the bridge or bench. Oh my god. The fair-haired judge has not spoken a word since the debate began.
Pray, share with us.
Thank you kindly. 'Tis the story of the Circle. A young artist told it to me before I arrived on this island.
I guess the guy. The
In
guy.
ancient past, a Amid a world of primitive instincts and ignorance,
Oh, my head is
a
lightheaded. Oh,
vast
God.
intelligent mind awakened.
Oh, freaking.
Overwhelmed by the enormity of
Oh my
nature
god.
and dismayed by
Dude,
its
that.
own insignificance,
I hate when
the
that
creature was
happens. Like,
shaken
goes
to its
down the
core.
wrong pipe. Can I,
In
man?
an act of defiance, it drew a magic circle, shielding its powerless self from the formidable world beyond. This was the first magic, when the primitive man mastered the pneuma within and wielded it against the relentless forces of nature. In that process, man hath gained a deeper understanding of the boundaries and limitations of its power.
Power.
This is the tale of the first circle.
Okay. I thought I was supposed to click on it.
The circle shielded us, and its protection benefits thee to this day. What I find intriguing in this story, man hath established its existence, recognized its boundaries, and learned the purpose of life, all by relying upon this very circle.
Oh, bang. The hall gate burst open and the intruder with a small figure leans weakly against the doorframe.
37.
All eyes are fixed on the young girl. Some have even risen to their feet in surprise. The leader on the bench breaks the silence.
What's wrong, 37?
The island.
Her pale lips tremble, struggling to get the word out.
Our island has fallen ill.
Even the slightest sound is gone. Enormous silence disperses upon the hall. Thud. Another dull, muffled thump as if something struck a hard surface. But it's enough to get the rest of the crowd to their feet. They look up at the roof. The thud came from up there. Thud, 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 thud. More thumps follow. It's as if the hall has turned into a drum with an out-of-control drummer playing frequently on the dome.
Ah! What is going on? Is that a hailstorm?
No. I don't think so.
Standing outside the gate, the numberless collector looks up to the sky. Being bewildered, barged from the entering the hall, she can see better from where she stands.
Those are Abraxases falling from the sky.
Oh, is it that the... Another look at the watch, it becomes some... Stop! It's become something of a habit over the last few hours. This is it. The long-awaited moment has finally arrived.
It's the storm. The storm of this era is here.
Interesting. So it happened in the other place, now it's happening. Sick, man. This is cool. To be continued. Being the gravel down. Bring the gravel down. Boundaries are also reading actually. Hold that thought. I didn't mean to do that. Hold that thought. Here. An argument notice featuring numerous unlegible ticking sound. Emergency notice from your personal safety. Please stop whatever you're doing and read this report in this emergency unless your life is in immediate danger. The timekeeper has issued a 24-hour storm warning. All investigators are to abandon their current tasks upon receiving this note and return to headquarters to seek shelter. Storm shelter protocols. We will provide space for the professional of personnel items that comply with regulations, but note that space at headquarters is limited. Please do not bring unregistered personnel or personnel items over 20 kilograms back to headquarters. Note that family members are of investigators who are not members of the Foundation are also committed unaffiliated personnel. In special circumstances, such as having to bring unregistered personnel or extra items back to headquarters to protect the Foundation's core principles, please first contact the headquarters through the nearest device with sound frequency and in a dial must have a round movable movable part and sound as such as a radio car, and we will respond as soon as possible. For the Foundation's core principles, please refer to the Foundation's Investigator Code of Conduct, Chapter 1 through 3. Since the storm syndrome is currently unstable for the safety of the Foundation, returning personnel must undergo an inspection. High levels of infection will restrict your entry, and we will place you in a special incineration area until the storm, or I don't know, its area until the storm ends. And if you are critical situation, the require assistance, the various rescue methods outlined in the field mission evacuation instructions will remain in effect. Reasonable rescue requests that comply with regards will be responded to immediately. So, bring the gravel down. Part 3.
Miss Verton, did you just say the emanation has happened?
Hell yeah, brother.
Just now? More precisely, its 24-hour countdown has begun. There's always a buffer period before the storm, during which the storm syndrome gradually spreads from the critical point across the globe. The symptoms are different every time, and we have yet to discern a pattern. With the help of Laplace Scientific Computing Center, the best we can do now is to send a 24-hour warning prior to the storm. Another minute has passed.
The hall is once again filled with the whispers of the white robes. On this island, directly surely to the study of the emanation, the situation has far surpassed their.
Please remain seated, everyone. We are still in the middle of a vote.
Oh, yes.
The emanation holds no influence on this island. The discussion must continue until a satisfactory conclusion is reached. No other subjects shall be brought up until
I don't know if that's gonna happen this time. The Banshee, acting as crestfallen of the assembly, raises her voice, drawing out the arguments. Despite the unforeseen turn of events, she remains committed to her duty. The debate must go on.
Come here, 37. Can someone please bring her a blanket?
Her voice softens as she looks at the frail, sheltered girl in front of her.
42. Go with Sophia and check on those Abraxases.
The man bows and leaves. Order is restored under the dome once again. Long detached themselves from the world. 210's words are striking a crowd.
No, it's different this time.
The primitive figure stands on her feet. She is pale as snow from her coma, and did not bother to put on the blanket given to her.
The island has fallen ill. It's getting bloated, stagnant, and sluggish, drifting into the world of matters where ignorance reigns. Soon, the tides of Numa will wash over us, sweeping away the fragments of the phenomenal world.
What did you say? In other words, we will all be taken by the emanation? This
is unthinkable.
This is terrible news, one that nobody wants to hear right now. The impact is like a bomb going off. The crowd is buzzing with fearful whispers. The lady next to 37 stands up, still holding the unused blanket.
37, you just woke up from a coma. You're not well. Why don't you take another rest?
No time for that. I'm here to warn you. Apiron is gone. I can no longer sense it. This has never happened before.
Why are you so surprised, 37?
The question is asked softly, but it cuts like ice.
You should know the reason of its alienation. You brought outsiders to the sacred place. You betrayed the scripture's teachings and angered Apiron.
But no.
Of course, I may have jumped to this accusation, as Manus Vindicte also intruded our sacred place without permission.
True, freaking...
People.
I already forgot her
there's
name
no
again.
proof that the emanation will influence the
I forgot her name again. Jesus, man. Too many names, man.
And we are still plagued by suspicions, accusations, and the damages done to our home. We are to proceed with the hearing and reach a final verdict on both the Foundation and Manus Vindicte.
The attempt to refocus the assembly falls as half the audience turns their attentions to the gate. Sophia has returned, standing hastily in front of the entrance.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I shouldn't have intruded the whole of truth, but...
Interrupted by the concept interpretations, the Castron immediately noticed her particular expression.
Sophia, weren't you and 42 checking on the Abraxases? What is the matter?
The collector gestures in the air, her voice shaking.
The Abraxases don't look right. Their beaks, no, their entire heads are melting into oil paints. And 42, we were on the beach, suddenly he...
Her words trail off. Beyond the open gate, the screeching of the bird monsters completes her sentence. The other believer approaches behind her, shoving Sophia aside as the fills and stumbles into the hall as his face is melting, colorful oil paints forming a puddle on the floor.
Now I see! It finally all makes sense!
Oh boy.
There never was the truth, nor the transcendental! Everything is a lie! Nothing but shadows on walls, flickers of fire, and fragments of reality! No one will survive the oblivion! The island will be destroyed amid its conflict!
Is that the storm syndrome?
Yeah, boy.
42, your face.
Completely disfigured, those around him he burst into a maniacal laugh, casting an arcane glow in his palms. He jumps out of his AC and knocks over a row of torches.
No one!
888, stop conversing with him. We must subdue him. Now.
Wait. Really, your brother will appear on inside. Back to this stuff. Anyways.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Back to doing 2000. Just like I like. Yike. Back at it. 2000 damage. Could at least kill one, but I'm just.
Fine.
Yeah. Not worth it. Another one. I just realized it's low on health. I looked away for 1 second.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Let's.
Relax.
Okay.
A little trick.
Wait. No, like. Thing I did, and it didn't even kill. Sick. Cause why would it? This game, man.
Whatever. Skål.
Actually, hold on to that thought.
Some peaceful moments.
No. Actually,
Whatever.
finish
Хорошо.
the follow-up thing. Now,
Swallow my exhaust.
dick. That does.
Don't blink.
Follow-up deck. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't kill either way. Whatever. Ow. But
Fine.
it just gonna kill either way. Boom, and then boom. Perfect.
Just like the prophecies of the woods.
He has the storm syndrome. Please, listen everyone. 37 is right. Something's changed on this island. Your immunity to the emanation has been weakened.
42 lies motionless on the floor, his face still in a mess of colorful paint. Fear and uncertainty quickly arises around him.
How? That's never happened in the last 8 times.
8 times. 8 times.
A feeble induction, my friend. Just because you've never seen a purple cow doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Must we talk of logic now? 42 has literally been emanated.
First the army, then the emanation. Everything's been falling apart since the outsiders arrived on this island. The Foundation and Manus Vindicte. One of them must answer for this.
Then you should also ask 37 and number 0 what they've done in the sacred place to anger Apeiron so much.
So, oh yeah, because Vernon gets the number 0. Right. Currently the origin. Because numbers in a math equation. And then
Hi. No, 37 didn't cause this. I told you. It was Manus Vindictae.
Oh, yes.
They broke the peace agreement and launched suicide attacks. They forced their way into the cave.
You and them are equally responsible on this matter. They at least paid with their lives. What about you? You claim that 42's abnormality was caused by the emanation. But how are we to believe that it isn't, in fact, the work of your arcane skills?
Because, you know, the only thing that can make their face demelt is that, you know? Just saying.
As we went through your belongings, Miss Verton, we found a golden sampling device. Enlighten us. What exactly is the Foundation looking for here?
That's...
Shut your mouth. On the other side of the hall comes a soft chuckle.
Good, Vertin, good. Let the confrontations be louder and the struggles be harder. I wonder what shall come of this.
Silence.
The gavel slams down with a heavy, undisturbed thud. The host of the assembly rises to his feet. His face unusually grave.
The debate will end now. Since we were unable to come to an agreement, further discussion is pointless. There are more pressing matters to attend to. This will be the end of the assembly, and my decision will be the final ruling. I demand that both parties leave this island at once.
The decision is clear and final. As the number of recollection, the 6 has been mindful of his use and unliteral authority. Yet there are no objections this time. The hall falls into a silence that demands a direction or discussion. What to do? What? I get a choice? No, I mean, it doesn't matter. Watching this fecker move. I'm just keeping an eyes on you, freaking god. Anyways, leaving the island would be a huge loss. The decision about the storm has only just begun, and the depths of the cave is yet to be explored. Worst of all, the leader of Manus Vitae, she can't be left here with the School of Appeal. Will she accept the verdict? Will she appeal? Just what exactly is she after? It's a zero-sum game, where the first one to react is more likely to lose. The best course of action is to wait.
The decisions of my fellow brethren shall be respected.
Sure.
I also agree with your verdict.
Okay, that makes sense. He can carelessly agrees, yet as she didn't just as she did when asked to play on the stone branches.
But may I ask for one small doubt to be dispelled? Ms. Vertin and I will depart ere long. Do you truly not desire aid from us?
Hell no, from
You're
you.
kind to ask, miss. It is true that our circle has been disturbed, but we see it as a mere turbulence of the phenomenal world. He who holds the compass decides the circle. This will not shift the center of our focus, nor change the shape of our beliefs.
6 bends down, laying his hand on 42's forehead.
Medin Hagan.
He purged the storm syndrome with an arcane skill.
Hail you, brother.
I never thought it would be possible.
The leader straightens up, looking as composed as ever.
The light of intelligence has cleansed 42 of confusion. It is also what the island needs. The incident will be properly handled, and my ruling stays unchanged. I expect your words to be matched by actions, Miss Arcana.
His tone is cold, leaving no room for yep.
Certainly. It was a fair and just decision. If only one could depart amidst such unfavorable weather. I presume Miss Vertin will also appreciate more time to prepare for the journey. What sayest thou?
Is it a reasonable request? And her expression is nothing but dissent and
The hourglass empties in 2 hours. Please leave before that.
Thank you for your thoughtful consideration.
The decision is met with no further objection from the people. Six puts away the hourglass and looks at the silent audience.
Lastly, I would like to share a story. To conclude today's meeting and respond to Miss Arcana's tale.
I am most honored.
Okay. The leader raises his hand and faces the people.
I too have heard the story of the first circle, but in my version, more followed. The first of man were intimidated by the enormity of nature and constantly tried to defy and escape it. Our ancestors, however, had the opposite reaction. They found solace in nature, which welcomed them with a nourishing embrace, sharing its vastness and sublimity without reservation. It was the perfect harmony, the moment the circle ceased to represent confrontation and avoidance. As we bathed in Apollo's illumination and wandered the tranquil shores, our souls resonated, and we were lifted to a higher wisdom. This was how we conquered our fears, emerged from ignorance, and allowed ourselves to indulge on the essence and forms. This was the rise of the classic man. May you all be blessed with the courage for reconciliation, the determination for peace, and the devotion to nature. Qualities no less noble than caution and defiance. You may all leave now.
Please, just a moment.
Oh, a clear voice rings across the hall, stopping Six in his tracks. Her robes flusters as she stands up on the high podium.
I will fix our circle. 888 was right. I have enraged Aperon. I am responsible. I will go back to the sacred place, pass its test, and ask it to share the divine light of Gnosis so we can learn the truth about the essence. I will make up for what I've done. I promise.
Six turns around, his eyes meeting the gaze of the distressed or dismembered star.
It has been 300 years since the last challenger had their success in the cave. 37, are you aware that we have other means to cleanse the island, even if you don't bring the matter to Aperon?
Yes, I'm aware.
Then are you aware of the price you will pay, should you fail its test?
Yes, I am.
Then you shall have my blessing.
He leaves, ignoring the mumbles of shock. The gavel is thus brought down. The long debate has finally come to an end. Web. 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 Good. The beginning of a proof. A wise man once said, "A good start is half the battle." However, he forgot to maintain the what completes the rest of the battle. Also, there is a note, so read that. Alright. Storm Syndrome Investigation Record. The syndromes of the current Storm Syndrome can be roughly summarized as oil paintings transformation and hided delirium departing on the region. The severity of the storm syndrome also varies. Virulinium occur exposes oil painting transformation, provides the body uncontrollable at the same time emotional stability. As several impaired instability and abnormal behavior occurred, according but not limited to using deadly force to correct pronunciation. Yeah, this cloning on self as an independent nation and founding a country by family unit, and identifying parties by color of their oil paintings and providing people of different colors a thought system. I don't know. Oil painting transformation syndromes only appear on the face, with a few cases of recovery reported, specific reasons unknown. Aggressiveness increase, especially a strong impulse towards olive trees. The devotes on whatever to go to war have occurred several times. Different squares, even splitting into two factions and standing a war dividing to the vote. Oil painting transformation syndromes are limited to parts of the body, fragile organs with minor actual effects on the body, which can largely be ignored. The main mental effect is reflected on the increase of sweating. The local military, severely affected, has begun attempting to convert the pyramids into wars from fortresses. Based on the feedback from investigators around the world, it has been truly concluded that the spur of this storm is Vilnius, and the closer the physical distance to the encounter, the more severe the syndrome of the storm syndrome. Example: German speakers with non-Australian accents have been attacked by Australians. To be more precise, this is an act of rebellion against peace. Interesting. The beginning of proof. Part 4. Indicator.
The headquarters has issued a notice. The critical point of the storm is in Vienna.
See ya. The chief assistant points down Mr. Radio and turns around with a stumber expression.
This type of storm syndrome involves a bodily transformation into oil paintings, primarily affecting the face, but sometimes spreading to the torso. It is often accompanied by delirium and an intense obsession with war.
Like the storm of 1929, it was accelerated by social upheavals resulting from the constant tensions management dictate created between nations.
This era.
The color of the sky has changed. The storm syndrome has finally reached its island. No one on the team's caught it yet, but that could soon change.
This is absurd.
Right, Regulus. With a bag filled with alchemy materials over her shoulders, a young pirate remains split despite a week and underground captivity. Yeah.
We went through all that trouble, sweated our guts out, and finally got to a place where the storm can be kept out. But now you're telling me that immunity is going to disappear like a fart in the wind. I was planning to stay here for a while. There might be alchemic materials and pieces of books the Abraxas left behind from their mills. Oh, now that is frustrating, mate.
Such is the nature of Arcanum.
The immunity hasn't disappeared. It's just waning. For now, only the beach has lost the effect. We're still safe around the Hall of Apeiron.
But there's no guarantee that we'll be safe here forever, right?
True.
Reminds me of Xeno's survival test.
Sinetta and I talked about this. We think the island is protected by a large-scale arcane ritual. The sudden decay of the island's storm immunity might be the result of its changes, though I'm unsure of the specifics. Those people are doing something about it, right? That leader with the rockstar hair, shouldn't he be taking action by now?
Rockstar.
Six has gathered all integers after the assembly. They're going to perform a mass cleansing ceremony. 37 also mentioned a test. I think they have more than one way to deal with the changes.
To the best of this apple's knowledge, secluded pure-blood arcanist groups often have rituals that they keep to themselves.
Forgot there was, a literal talking apple. Jeez.
These islanders impart truths
various,
based on intellect and rationality.
Yeah.
Yet their doctrines are highly religious. Perhaps their arcane skills are passed down in a religious manner.
Oh, very mysterious, very arcane. I hope they're not all huddled together doing a math at a time like this. And I'm more worried about us, Capitan.
Olivia changes her tone, unusually serious.
Arcana asked for more time for both sides to withdraw, didn't she?
Yes. Six gave us 2 hours to leave. That is to say... we must set out when the storm countdown reaches 2000.
And before that, the stone bangle on your wrist still works, right?
Yes. I can feel it.
I forgot she got that. Be honest.
It would scold me whenever I thought about going to war with them.
Huh, I see. So we only have 2 hours for the plan.
Plan? What plan? Aren't we sneaking away from all this?
Sorry, Regulus. Your accommodation was a long way from ours, so we haven't given you the latest updates. To put it simply...
Where are you going?
The sudden appearance of the girl startles the crowd. 37 stands there with a curious look on her face.
37?
We're discussing how to leave this place, 37. Precisely. I was just about to say, your chief wants us gone in a jiffy, but we don't even have a piece of wood to sail with.
Vertin is sizing us up to see if we can fit in her suitcase. She's going to swim across the Aegean Sea
Yeah,
using
because
her
she has a
tiny
pocket
arms. Right,
dimension.
Vertin?
Regulus squats and aggressively pokes her eyebrow in.
Right. Sounds like a lot of fun. Then you must leave from the north side of the beach. Jump off the cliff there and head south. The cliff is on the tangent line of the Hall of Apiron, which is a good sign for your journey.
She nods carefully, fully convinced of her own conclusion.
I will show you where to jump, but you'll have to wait till Vertin and I return.
Me? Where are we going?
What kind of question is that? The only place worth going.
She extends her hand with a light and happy tone.
You're the one and only Zero. We'll go see Apiron together.
Right. Yes.
Aren't you going to look for 37? You took such good care of her while she was in a coma.
In the darkness, the figure trembles ever so slightly. She tries to steady herself.
I don't know. I don't know what I should do, Madam Mata. She's going back to the cave for the test, where I can't help her.
She looks down, trying her best to pose her shaking hands together. Also, hello, Rusty. How are you doing? Yes, it is Brawl. Well, I'm not playing Brawl Stars, but it is Reverse 1999. How you doing? Hope you doing grand. You know, I've tried to play this game recently more often, but you know, it'd be like that when the game starts to, you know, get hard. Literally. Anyways.
All I can do is pray for her, for I have no adequate knowledge or power to assist her, as ever. Perhaps you needn't worry so
That's
much.
good. That's good. It's good that you're doing grand.
37 is the one favored by truth. She will be fine.
Well, I'm fine about the story. It's just that they escalate the difficulty to a higher extent. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've experienced that before, but when I started playing the game, it was easy, right? Until like I got to like maybe chapter 5, it was difficult. I had to level up my characters a lot. So like, and still they're getting damaged heavily. And you know, it'd be like that. The grind never stops, they say.
I know.
But you know,
It's just...
try my best. Sophia lets out a long, hopeless sigh and brushes her face deep with her palms.
She is also of mortal flesh. She could get hurt, bleed, or die.
She avoids looking at the beach, seeing it as a battlefield where she lacks the skills to engage.
You haven't been with us for long, Madam Marta. The Peyron and its test might be new to you. Here on this island, we spent years theorizing, proving, and constructing models based on our mortal comprehension to find out when it comes to the essence and forms, we are unable to make any definitive statements. So we humbly approach the temple and inquire about the correctness of our beliefs. And our answer is delivered as a yes or no, reverberating in the form of echoes.
Is that the submission of proof Six mentioned before?
The collector nods, knowing her friend has a neutral talent for this.
Validating one's essence and soul with a number, and verifying the authenticity of one's claims are simple feats for us. But a Peyron's test is different. Those who succeed will obtain the transcendental truth.
Website. Scroll wheel.
Those who fail will pay a terrible price. Everything has its limits and boundaries. Those who overstep their bounds will only court their own misfortune.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like that. Like, I only have, I think, a total of, I would say, I think, if I'm correct, maybe 6 level, 3, or, yeah, level, 60s, characters. 6 level 60s characters. Yeah, if that makes any sense, because I think, yeah. But like, I still had to like upgrade their the thing that kinda, I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, right? I still get like yeah, that, yeah. Thank you. I still get steamrolled. I only have 2 in total that are maxed out on that. That being Livia and 37. I only have 2, almost 3, but 2. Like they're tanky, but like, I mean, it's yeah, because it's like you have to get like the specific like material for it in order to upgrade it to the next level. Including the other one where it's like the legendary version of the ones you use beforehand. It's tough. Like, you have to do a lot of events in order to like actually get those, or just, you know, get them naturally by the shop. It is definitely difficult. I'd say. What, I mean, I only have 2. I think the one I was doing, I don't remember who I was doing for the other one. I think it's maybe the Tooth Fairy, but I don't remember. And I honestly don't remember. But, you know, slowly making a way to, you know, not make this game as hard as it needs to.
We must respect and be wary of our limits, so our souls will be adequate for our bodies, and all things be refrained from excess. The boundless, limitless, and infinity are not of our realm to tread. They belong only to ancient beings that we cannot utter. We can only stand in awe, offering our admiration, humility, and reverence. Now 37 is going to knock on its door and ask to be indulged with the transcendental truth. But if she fails, if she can't bear the weight of the boundless infinity...
I freaking scroll you. She can't go on.
I wish I knew a better way, or could even do it in her place. But only she can do it. It has to be her. 37.
I'm sure this is the perfect solution to finally put an end to all our problems. If I pass the test, Apiron will grant me the answer to one question. It can be any question I don't have an answer to, even about the essence and everything.
So he's like a genie, but for answers. Makes sense.
At
Makes
least
total
that's what
sense.
Mama told me.
37 nods in confidence.
I just have to choose the right question to ask, and we will be rid of all the troubles, whether it be the emanation, the turmoil of the phenomenal world, or the dangers threatening the island. All will be gone. I have Six's blessing. He agrees with me. So, Vertin...
What?
Not so fast. You can't just steal away our helmswoman like that.
Did it again, like fat fingered it.
This thing? It's too good to be without any risks, don't you think? What if Vertin doesn't make it back, huh? Who's going to swim us across the sea then?
It could be risky, but not for Vertin, only for me. 0 multiplied by any number will still be 0.
Of course.
We have validated that
Can't
proof.
multiply anything by 0. Or divide it.
Well, that's not good enough for this pirate. Besides, Vertin doesn't seem like a 0 to me.
It's okay, Regulus. I think I'll be safe there. But 37, isn't this a sacred test for your people? I've never taken the oath. I'm not one of you.
That does not matter, Vertin.
She gently shakes her head in this
But you must know that once we enter the temple,
determination.
we cannot turn back. The path to the truth is a one-way
Reading
road.
skills are not part.
Our last visit was interrupted, remember? You didn't get to ask your question, and I didn't get my answer. And now, I don't need to ask my question anymore.
She bites her lip, holding her own arms tight.
You and your friends were right, Vertin. The discord in the phenomenal world does have an effect on essence and forms. No one can argue against this when facing the emanation. But there's more I'd like to know, and I believe you feel the same. I will tell Six that you're coming with me. I will tell everyone and persuade them, because this is the right thing to do.
Go, Timekeeper. While you're out, Lilia and I will ready us for evacuation.
We will liaise with the Foundation from here.
Thank you both. I'm ready. Before we go, 37, I have a question.
A golden opportunity has arisen. This could be a change to level the playing field against
You
Menace.
just said that a Piran will grant an answer to whoever passes the test. Will it answer my question? If I asked for a way to become immune to the storm?
Imagine it's like, no, I can't answer that question. Continued. Well, change of scenery. Anyways. True. You're like, you just ask him, it's like, can I get the answer to, like, get rid of, you know, the thing that is, like, destroying the entire, you know, universe, timeline, or whatever you call it? Yeah, I want to be immune to that. Also, that would be funny, though. He's like, I can't give you the answer to that, but I will give you this, though. You know, can use this. I mean, I don't know. It's they say that it answers any question, so I mean, you know, maybe it does, you know, does its job, I think, and I don't know. 4 cross cheeks. The first step is to reduce it to a quadratic equation without a cubic term. The second step Ah, this math. 4 cross checks.
Damn you narcissistic, fat-headed, humanocentrist freaks!
That's not nice.
You are the crazy ones, and I will prove myself right!
Seriously, can someone please bring Matthew back to the rehab center? That mask has made him crazy.
The researcher's arms fail wildly as he stumbles across the shiny silver floor, adding more to the chaos. Amidst the mayhem, a bottle of alcohol on the ground burst into bright blue flames. And then 2 metal feet stomp across the fire without hesitation.
Any progress?
Not much. We've called all the experts here, but so far it's been a waste of time. Not even a bodily reaction when reciting the text.
Who the hell is this? Bro, who invited freaking astronaut Mickey over here? What's that? Why you have like... Anyways.
It doesn't belong to any known language, nor follow any linguistic rules.
It looks like a satellite, more like astronaut. I feel like I've seen this guy before, but I can't put my finger on it. I don't know.
Many are starting to doubt the accuracy of the incantation. After all, it was copied down by a novice investigator with her arcane skill, not her supervisor.
The door is pushed open. The suspicious room is now packed with people. They are all gathered around a radio on the table.
Miss Marcus, can you confirm that the incantation you dictated was correct? We also learned that you witnessed a visual recording of Arcana performing her arcane skill, depicted through images recreated by a pure-blooded arcanist. Is that right?
Yes, to be precise, I saw it in the memories of Isolde, a former member of Manus Vindicte, using Miss Cacanya's arcane mirror.
Can you attest to the accuracy of this memory?
I can't say.
Do you deem the reflection of Miss Cacanya's arcane mirror to be accurate, factual, and without misinterpretation?
I'm not sure.
Can you confirm that your arcane skill, Read, was performed correctly and provided an unbiased, objective, and flawless interpretation?
I don't know about that either. But I saw it with my own eyes. I heard the chanting. I don't know what language that was, but that's how I heard it, and I've written it down phonetically.
Please calm down. We are only verifying the details. The Foundation has dispatched a special operations squad to you in Vienna. Please make sure the 2 other arcanists involved will return to the Foundation with you.
I understood.
The call ends, the illusion removes the headset. The result is far from ideal. Her face is pale, as lifeless as her mechanical colleagues.
Is this it?
A sporadic voice cuts through the air as a man pushes through to the front.
An ancient miracle, a circle of salvation.
Hey, what is that?
Euna seco. Atuna psycho? An inexplicable incantation transcribed by an arcanist based on what she saw in the memory of another arcanist recreated by yet another arcanist.
What?
That's as convoluted as a dream within a dream within a dream. To think they wanted an objective restoration. I mean, if Gnosis is so reliable and can really cross-check not only once but 4 times, it should have long replaced science by now. With this level of uncertainty, we might have better luck asking typewriter monkeys to randomly give us the answer to the storm immunity.
Lucky for you, we're going to loud right now.
Adler? Why are you here?
I like how his freaking thing turned into an exclamation mark. That's fun. To show his expression. I love little details like that.
I requested his participation on the cryptography team.
I like that guy.
He is a human, but he excels in the field of cryptography.
But
the man takes a grim step forward.
And why can't I be here? Is it because Greta Hoffman's my sister? And is this what a respectable and honorable member of the Foundation gave her life to retrieve? Is this the ritual she died for? Oh, right. It wasn't even her who retrieved the ritual. It was a student.
You are not currently on the official roster. You can leave at any time.
Leave? Why should I leave? Ich habe jedes Recht zu wissen, wofür meine Schwester gestorben ist.
I have every right to know what my sister died for.
Nun gut, Leute, an die Arbeit. Lasst uns dieses große Rätsel entschlüsseln und sehen, was es uns bringen wird.
Well, now get to work, people. Let's dispatcher this great mystery and see what it will bring us.
Erlösung oder Zerstörung?
Salvation or oblivion? He leaves during the waving the note with the chromatic spelling on his hand. The fierce is finally over. The room is now at peace again. The free. Oh my god, I can't English. Okay. Teams turns to the robot, awaiting her instructions.
Return to your stations, please. Let us not dismiss its credibility until we have exhausted every possibility. Also,
She calmly turns her head.
Add Adler Hoffman into the cryptography team roster.
Cryptography. The cryptography. Oh my god, I can't say it. I can't. Lyd hesitates for a moment. Surprised, nonetheless, he nods and quickly leaves the room. The phone on the wall used to the international communications begins to ring.
Storm Observation and Research Center. Noted. I will make sure Miss Lucy is aware of that.
The illumination puts down the phone and turns to the robot, a flicker of panic on her face.
What is the matter?
It's a call from the rehab center about the previous study on the Manus mask. Ma'am, I think you should go see this in person.
What's wrong with the mask?
Very good, Matthew. Now tell us, what did you hear?
The already narrowed corridor is now filled with security guards. The room they greedily is heavily secured, ensured behind 3 layers of tempered glass. A patient sits in the room with a mask on his face.
Voices! Those voices! The inaudible murmurs, the frightening whispers, they worm into my ears.
Also, it's the hands again.
I told you before. I wrote about this before, but you just missed the mesmeric episodes.
Guys, pretty cool. Anyways.
Did you put on the mask?
Yes. How else would I know that I was right? And now I know. And never have I heard them so clearly. They are screaming inside my head. They're temptations. They're promises. I just have to let go of my brain. Can you hear it? The benevolent mother is speaking.
His nails drag deep into his palms as if fighting an overwhelming impulse.
How? I can write the ultimate paper.
Who is this mother?
is answered by a loud crash. The researcher throws himself against the glass, grasping in horror, as scratching helplessly at the surface.
No! I can't say anymore! They see me! They've come for me! Kill me! Kill me now!
Interesting. It is too late to beg for mercy. His screams is abruptly cry resonant of a newborn first will. The illumination ends the call, cutting off the horrid sounds at the other end of the phone.
Suspend all research on the Madness Mask at once. Its dangers far outweigh the potential benefits. Seal away all equipment and share only a controlled account of the incident with others. We cannot afford to have another researcher try on the mask again. Now, clean this up.
Yes, ma'am.
The airlock doors is open. A squad of armed guards form into the room under a cover of steam gas. On the other side of the glass, the robot turns away from the scene, cataloging yet another set of storm research data, as imminent and filling it away as waste in her memory.
Another dead end.
Other dead end. Ya huevo. Good. Like, I don't have any what's up with that.
Look at my back.
Alright. Like that.
Fine.
Relax.
A little trick.
Please, don't resist.
Okay. Actually, keep that. Combine.
Wanna watch the air? It could be found.
Wait. Fine.
Right wing.
The hell?
Bubble.
Never mind. Right, what? Also, I got another two.
Haven't you eaten?
Pretty good.
The final demonstration.
I'm going good attack.
A perfect argument. Welcome to the world of numbers.
Good meat. Kill both if it does it. Actually, never mind. Thank goodness for follow-up attacks, am I right?
Okay.
Can I? Emergency notice at Hat Research on Management Dictate masks. To all members involved in the storm research, Management Dictate masks are now considered extremely dangerous and of no research value. All related research on the experimentation must cease immediately. Inattention of any members become eagerly attached, display an abnormal hatred towards humanity, and believe they hear a soft, subtle female voice that is not there. Nearby personnel should immediately evacuate the area and contact the nearest security officer. Dangerous wearers and his disciples, inner workings unclear. Matthew transforms. Wilhelms is cured. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. Fight has happened. Anyways, via investigation operations report for public record. News from the front lines, the intimidate of Miss Greta Hoffman, a valiant fighter for human advancement, has tragically lost her life during storm investigation mission. Investigator Marcus has successfully relayed visual information and has waiting for support on site. A special operations team has been dispatched post haste. Please resume work status after reading this report and observing a 3-second moment of silence. Hoffman deceased. Marcus waiting for support. But oh, okay. Off. Ooh, more reading. Life. Puzzles and solvers. Now they're all here. Oh boy. Reasons for selection: the most skilled cartographer in Lapis, also the most brilliant expert in arcane cartography. In addition, his energy consumption radio is excellent, capable of high quality work for 72 hours with only 2 supplies needed, recommended for selection as the leader of the decryption team. Team leader's commands: the assignment of mine is incorrect. The record has since been updated to 360 hours. Nevertheless, I agree. This person. Reasons for selection. He is an expert in logistics with we need more of such people with when the origin of truth is unknown. Team leaders comments. He is talented but lacks a sense of seriousness. Is evidenced by his inappropriate jokes. Do not let him work alone. Assign a serious staff member to supervise him, and also use a cold humor punishment device, setting the penalty at 3 pounds a joke. Richard. Reason for selection: Richard is an excellent theoretical mathematician and is also is available to provide us with advice from a mathematical perspective. Team leaders comments. Richard is only curious when solving math problems, but eventually 3 conclusions with table concerns per day. He also needs a supervisor to prevent such accidents during experiments. Matthew. Reasons for selection. Matthew has excellent decision-making skills. His fighting spirit will surely bring about independent breakthroughs in our decryption work. Team leaders comments. He's just too impressive. I do not recommend letting him make any decisions or impulsive. Otherwise, an explosion in the lab will be the last of our worries. Williams. Reason for selection. Williams has a methodological thought process. He experienced at finding loopholes that others can't. Perhaps he can assist Matthew and prevent him from making any mistakes. Team leaders comments. Yeah. Williams is what we call an introvert. His persistence for discovery doesn't mean he'll be good at communicating. His findings, he should be left alone to deal with verification. Victor, how long? Okay, Victor. Reasons for selection. Victor has a leapfrogging thinking pattern and can keep research from getting stuck. Team leaders comment, Victor is good, sure. Don't. It's just that his ideas are sometimes incompatible. Do not let him team up with Victor Plus. He will definitely end up paying £3 for him to tell a joke. I can assume putting a weirdo and a dark humor fanatic together will cause us problems. Adler. Reasons for selection. Adler's recommendations is not only because he is an expert cartophysicist, but also becomes this decryption because this decryption is not just a task for Arcanists. We need opportunities for humans as well. Team leaders comment. I have met many relatives. It's not that the team doesn't need humans, but it shouldn't be a silent aroma who hasn't been seen in public for 18 years. How long? It's not that far, I think. No. Pride and Prejudice. A clinic duel found in clinic minds. Yeah. Pride and Prejudice. Part 6. An unknown incantation. A mask that has proven to be extremely dangerous. These are the only leads they currently have on the storm. Her metallic fingers pick up another stack of files. These are the test results of the Manus mask, confirming the precise of the terminology are. The robot studies them carefully, then sits on her face planners in
What is the status of the sampling, Simone? Any updates from the timekeeper?
For the moment, no. The people on the island are still suspicious of the Foundation's motives, so she hasn't had a second chance to collect any samples. But she has called in an hour ago. We were informed that she will return to the cave shortly.
Cave.
She also warned us that the immunity zone on the island appears to be shrinking. The safe zone is not stable.
The robot did not put on a face today. Someone can only read her mood from the narrow slit.
Mom, have you noticed something?
They are unrelated, Simone. The mask and the incantation are indeed related to Manus Vindictae, but they are unrelated to each other.
She moves the slided sealed Manus mask aside.
If the account of the Vienna investigator is correct, one cannot help but question, why would Arcana not simply give the masks to Isolde and her brother?
Investigator Marx's report was highly lacking, making it challenging for us to infer what truly happened.
I suppose we can be skeptical that the report is incomplete, but it is all we have for now. She did a good job. I could not have asked for more. We all heard it. An ancient miracle. A circle of salvation.
The robot extends her hand, drawing an imaginary circle in the air.
The leader of Manus Vindictae promised a miracle, but the mask is far from it. The mask is a tool of control, designed to identify and enslave the believers. Matthew has demonstrated its effects for us. But this ritual is different.
Do you mean the ritual is more sophisticated than the mask?
I mean, that would make sense. The robot nods aggressively. Yeah.
Perhaps. but it is not entirely definitive. The investigators in Vienna completed their mission spectacularly, and now Matthew has proven that the mask is useless for our purposes. Its immunity was only a cover for its other functions. And the mask has powerful and irreversible side effects. Even if we find out how it protects the wearer from the storm, we cannot use it on our colleagues.
She picks up the scrap.
If this incantation is verified to be true, it will be our Promethean fire.
Interesting.
This ritual is useless to us. Save yourself this trouble. We're not getting anywhere with this.
What?
The room is cluttered with all sorts of sophisticated equipment. The floor is littered with scrap of paper. The researchers haven't lifted their heads or taken a break for quite some time. The cartographer lead stares at Gamma as a fresh cup of coffee in his hand. As patience is wearing thin, as the metaphorical standing label in his mind is finally about to snap.
Explain yourself, Adler. What do you mean the ritual is useless? You barely sat down. My coffee's still hot.
The cartographer assumedly hands the lead a stack of paper from his.
I don't need to waste any more time. It's simple logic. The current information is insufficient for cryptographic decryption. We're attempting an exhaustive brute force, comparing every ancient text and record to find the language or corresponding text. It's like looking for a needle in a colossal haystack. Even if we stumble onto a match, none of us can validate such a thing. A breakthrough in this regard is simply not possible.
You can't be serious.
Across the room, a man stands up abruptly from his chair, crashing a pen in his hand.
And what is the basis of your reasoning? Have you figured out the mechanics behind the ritual?
I didn't need to understand the intricacies of Arcanum to deduce this. It was simple logic.
So you never even tried to understand it. With your supposedly superior human reasoning, you dismissed all of our dedication and hard work just like that. Who the f do you think you are?
Before anyone can react, the researcher lunges at Enigma and pushes him right in his face.
What?
Oh, did you say anything but yeah? Enigma brings a hand up to his cheek, looking more confused and angry.
Matthew was right. You arrogant fools, clueless morons! Get out of my face, you humanocentric narcissist! Go to hell!
A bit aggressive. The researcher starts branding his pen like a soldier, brushing a dagger. Much of this is frustration. Anyways, his swing loses power mid-air. Another casualty of the neck and shoulder pen that plunges this office. Demo narrowly avoids the attack, bewildered by the turn of events.
Was this really necessary? I was just sharing my conclusion.
Oh, it was the mask. I should have thought of that. He worked in the same lab as Matthew, and he must have been exposed to the mask.
But his physical exam seemed fine. Is there an incubation period?
Does he seem fine to you now? Huh? No! Williams! Put that down! That's the only Conway Automaton 5 left after the storm.
He is met with a gruntal groan, followed by the deafening crash of metal against the wall. The machine whizzes past his head and shatters to pieces on impact. The cartography lead can feel his sanity dwindling on the brink. He struggles towards the door, factually smirking the big red button on the wall.
Security! Security! We've got a code red!
Yeah. Okay.
Dental checkup.
Okay. That.
It could be fun. Time to check my calculation.
A little trick.
Only one more. We can switch to that. Don't need that. Need this.
Are
Okay.
you a rational member?
Thank you for your cooperation.
For your cooperation. Actually, this works. But
Хорошо.
Please, don't resist.
that is going
Don't
to
blink.
perfect.
Whatever.
We need some peaceful moments.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Swallow my exhaust.
Oh. Up. 1,000.
Just like the prophecies of the woods.
Right.
So, what are the implications for the decryption?
There were no unintended consequences. We were able to control Williams in time, and the Conway Automaton 5 he destroyed wasn't useful to our work anyway.
I am glad you kept the damages to a minimum.
Lucy turns off the screen in front of her, then turns around.
Since you are still here, Mr. Ulrich, I take it as a sign that you have more to report?
In a scheduled area of the hallway, an emotionally changed culprit is about to take place. The cartographer leads tries to keep his voice low, looking completely dissevered from the turmoil he just endured.
Williams was merely an accident, ma'am, but Adler is a loose cannon on the team. We need to talk about this. With all due respect, I still don't understand why you put him on the team. He may have made his contributions to Laplace, but that was 8 years ago. Now he's just an irritating defeatist and a staunch supporter of humanocentrism.
Every particle of pressure fluid in his helmet is vibrating with rage. His voice rising invariably.
He never understood the Arcanum, or tried. He's still stuck in the time before the first storm and refuses to acknowledge that his small, beautiful world is gone. How can someone like that help us?
The robot seems his doubt and frustration. There may be more sediment and underlying issues at play. She pauses for a moment before answering as if deep in thought.
I understand your concern, but I have not heard anything about the incapacitation of Adler Hoffman.
What? He got a few scratches at most. The guy barely touched him.
So he is fine. I am glad we agree. Is there anything else you would like to report?
The robot waits 5 seconds for an answer, but there isn't one. This must be the cycle clue that it is her turn to speak.
His lack of knowledge on Arcanum is exactly why we need him. His human perspective will offer valuable insights on arcane rituals. The results of this study will not only be used to save arcanists, but also humans who share the same world with us.
The cryptography lead tries to argue further, but loosely is concerned, certain the issue has been assured.
We are racing against the clock, mister. And your report on personal disputes and racial conflicts has wasted 2 minutes and 37 seconds of our time. If he refuses to cooperate, you have every right to remove him from the team. That is your responsibility. Oh.
From the other end of the corridor, the subject of the argument approaches, looking deeply upset and crushing a stack of paper. Clearly, he has heard every word they just said.
I am relieved that you survived your altercation. What would you like to report?
Their eyes meet, looking both of them uncomfortably. This is undoubtedly one of the most awkward moments in both of their careers. After a plunged silence, Baricha steps back and walks away. Without even looking back at him, Enigma begins his report in a low voice.
I'm fed up with wasting time, ma'am. The setback with the mask has already driven too many people insane.
Many.
That's why you should take a look at this.
He hands the stack of files to Lucy.
I can logically deduce that our current direction is another dead end. The incantation isn't long enough for cryptographic decryption. We will have to turn to ancient records. Perhaps we'll find something in age-old manuscripts, in tablet inscriptions, or in the memories of powerful arcanists. But even if we find it, we can't validate it because none of us can cast the skill.
The robot remains silent during his prosthetic remarks, flipping through each page of the file.
Low-ranking arcanists can't cast high-ranking skills, even if they know the exact pronunciation and meaning of the incantation. Gnosis is beyond reason like that and cannot be debated. It stems from raw intuition rather than logic and intellect, is shaped by personal experience and natural abilities, and cannot be intentionally replicated. And the most determining factor, it relies on the arcanist's purity of blood. The miracle ritual you hold such hopes for belongs to the leader of Manus Vindictae, a pure-blooded arcanist whose power is beyond our imagination. It's like asking a toddler to solve Goldbach's conjecture. It's completely beyond the boundaries of our limits.
But you are not an arcanist. Why should you play by their rules?
The man is taken aback by her question. It's something he's never considered before.
You are right. Arcanists differ due to the purity of blood. Researcher Medicine Pocket has already reported the linear correlation between the bloodline of an arcanist and their abilities, and has drawn a conclusion 10 times more extreme.
Then you should listen. That's their area of expertise.
Her neck moves stability against, like, shaking her head.
We know that our
Almost.
cryptographers do not have the power to validate the ritual, and we do not expect you to do that. All I ask of you is to come up with a feasible plan and to do it as a team.
Enigma turns away, reposed at the mention of team. Loosely finishes reading the report and hands it back to him.
Your deduction is logical, but not practical or actionable. So I should return this to you.
What?
The glow in her eyes slit is strangely resembling, almost like a smile. She looks out of the window.
Your logic is impressive, Adler. but do not let it limit your thinking. You spoke of the boundaries of arcane power, but logic has its limits too, no? Knowledge can be obtained through various means, such as intuition, logical reasoning, empirical observations, and teachings from others. Your team is not the only one cracking the ritual through their own means. If you fail, we will turn to the others, and if that approach is wrong, we will try another. If no solution is found before the storm, we will simply wait for the next one. What matters is we keep moving forward, no matter the cost. We must keep to the path, or we will be swept away like dust in the rain.
For once, the researcher does not argue. He whispers as if thinking to himself. If one team
fails, you can still turn to the others. Warum denn? Warum musste es Greta sein?
Then why did it have to be Greta?
What?
Forget it. Just a bitter, irrational thought. This marks the end of my efforts. Hopefully, the others will bring you the needed breakthroughs.
The man walks away in anger. But after only a few steps, a question comes to mind.
You've been waiting here for a while. Are you expecting someone? You aren't the type to waste time listening to us whine, so there must be something here worthy of your attention. Is someone close to a breakthrough?
Nothing of the sort. I am recharging. We have a public power outlet here.
She moves her joints as if standing for as long as stiffened her body is.
But I am indeed waiting.
Keep adding new words.
The doves of the Whitestone House are here.
The sound of flapping wings fills the air. The researcher is amused as the creature, with a texture similar to pastor peaches or preaches on her finger.
Good.
Metal finger.
Someone closer to the limit has given us aid.
And can I? That would be. No. Sick. More. Thor and Natalie decryption progress. Investigator Marcus, originally from Romania and covered in several languages, including German and English, has determined that the pronunciations of the spell does not belong to any language she knows, and has therefore provided the spell as a poetic transportation. English, German, French, Romanian, Spanish, Chinese, Russian, Polish. Suggestion from Edler, a tourist psycho. I'll stack him. Smack him later. All incorrect, missing critical information. Rare language, dead language.
The ever the god.
Skip these and
Let's
then read it at the end because I love torturing myself.
What about?
It's my favorite thing to do. Anyways, be ever so careful, dear. The friendly, fierily thirst for knowledge is blazing bright within you. Be careful not to put it out. Once many fire thrives here, but slipping coffee as they try to decipher the best angle, or declare the best angle, to hold up their reeds to jam the burning wheel of Helios, to steal his flame. The gods are selfish; they are stingy with their might. Shouldn't the gods be more generous? That's easy to say when the power is not yours to give. Knowing how to share is a rare venue. Knowing how to share knowledge is a rare virtue still. How can we transfer our wisdom into mortal minds? The gods pondered. Can interpretation be disfigured form from one's brain to another? It comes to goes like a gust of wind. So what can be done? Sounds like a twist to a story is coming. Not yet, darling. You've only finished the prologue. However, there is a bit waiting down the road. A sudden rain damped people's enthusiasm for the future. The floppy disks and many clever minds punished, perished, perished in it. Some of the fire thrives give to the loss they screamed, and soar to retrieve what is lost. What about the rest of them? They've returned to prevent chaos like cr- crawling back into the ocean. After thousands of years of evolution, once again they become too prejudiced of Arcanum. Perhaps they made the right choice by leaving that useless science behind. Who knows? The story of the fire thrives has only gone this far, darling. At this point, no one knows what will happen at the Prometheus or what's inside Pandora's box. Oh, frig. Okay. Equipment failure repair record. Conway Automation V, also known as Life Game V, it is the most popular mine expression tool in Lapis, or lapis lazuli. Anyways, compare of simulating cell life and death calculation within a maximum of two. I think that's power 16. Yeah, there's yeah. 2 power 16 pixels of predefined rules and supporting modular assembly and custom interference among all other features. It has been forbidden to maintain the mental agony of or analogy of researchers and can simulate most current current popular games. Almost all Conway automotives are lost in the storm or scrapped to make room for improvement innovations. This is the last remaining one in the Scientific Computing Center. Although the Convoy Automation V can't play a particular role in password decryption, the ensure the of the decryption team's work is urgent. Repair request is hereby made. If the repair can't be completed in a short period of time, it is hoped that a substitute can be or can be allowed during the repair period, such as the latest handheld console, the Game Dude Color. Yeah, I get the reference from there. Yeah, don't want to be sued by big companies. Hell yeah. I think I'm going to end there. I mean, we got far. We finished this chapter. Now we're at Maze of the Filter? I don't know. But I don't know if I am gonna continue it. Probably, but I don't know. Maybe next week. Because honestly, I still have a lot of writing. Yeah. um. Though I'm not certain when I'll continue this, but I'll try my best to continue it maybe sooner. I don't know. But we are going to rate out somebody. Unless somebody Let's do cotton. Let me see. It is. Alright. I will see you guys tomorrow for something else. Don't know what it's going to be, but probably is going to be maybe Marvel Rivals or the finals. I don't know. I'm not made up my mind yet. I mean, there is the new World Tour finals for Ospus, but I don't know. It depends, but it is what it is. I'll notify you guys if I'm not feeling grand. Well, beforehand, I don't know. Maybe. But anyways, I'll see you again tomorrow, and I hope everybody has a good day. Make sure you hydrate, and bye bye.